Be excellent to each other and party on. We're back for another Legacy League, and today we're playing Blue-White Stoneblade, and we are taking the mana-based design to the extreme. We are playing 8 fetches, which can get either our islands or our plains. We have 3 plains. We have 8 islands. So that's a total of 16 blue sources and a total of 11 white sources. And from this, I've ascertained that we should have a blue source in a lot of our hands. Actually, I can show you the calculations. So the likelihood that we'll have a blue source, 88%. That's very important. So we can Tamio, so we can brainstorm, ponder, do stuff like that. As well as a white source, 78%. So we'll usually have a white source, but this is a really important thing. We're going to get a second land out on turn 2, 80% of the time. 60% of the time, we're going to have a land drop on turn 3. And 40% of the time, we're also going to have a land drop on turn 4. And this is not assumed brainstorming or pondering, and then the odds of us flooding are very low. It's only 30% considering the volume of lands we're playing, which is 19. It's a lot of land, right? So my hope is that with this mana base, we can reliably stamp out our threats. Those are our Stoneforge Mystic, Felia, Tamio, and of course the top end we have Riddler and Solitude. We have some cool equipment that we can use with Stoneforge Mystic, and we have some powerful disruption. I've got a main deck dress down, and I've got a main deck force negation. In addition to the forces, the sideboard is a whole bunch of force of negations, some Hydroblast, some Consign to Memories, Lavinia, and I've got 3 Wrath of the Skies. I think this card is really important right now against the aggro decks of the format, and we've also got our Prismatic Vista, or Prismatic Endings. Got a couple of those for tempo. First round has already started. Unfortunately, I lost about 4 minutes due to the deck tech, but this hand is pretty solid. Opponent plays a variety of decks in Modern. I don't have any data for... I think this is a good hand, though, because this has the Stoneforge Felia combo. This has a blue source and a white source, which we are looking for. The main thing we're trying to do is reliably have blue and white. Since white is so important here, I'm going to do kind of a crazy thing, and I'm just going to fetch the plains now so that I can make sure that they don't have Stifle, because if they have Stifle, this whole hand falls apart. I think it's unlikely they have Stifle, but that's like the one weakness of the deck, right? The hand right here. So what we can do is we can basically put them to the test multiple times with Felia, and then we just get Stoneforge out. We do have Force, if that's helpful. We have Dress Down, if we think they're on like a... Okay, they mold to 6, they draw to 7. Bloodstained Mire. This could be Storm is a deck that plays Bloodstained Mire, but it's also in like Blue-Black Tempo. And it looks like they're likely on Blue-Black Tempo here. So I'm just going to play right into the days with my Felia in the end step. They may also have Fatal Push, but since we have 2, it's fine. And then what I'll do is I'll Stoneforge Mystic and I'll go get the first Stoneforge Mystic trigger. We'll get the pre-war firmware. The second we'll get the Meteor Sword probably. Okay, so now we can force pitch Force because this is not very good in this matchup, assuming they are on tempo. Okay, they're on Grixis something or other. Maybe Grixis Control, which does not play days. So I'm going to put this out. And if they try to push her, I'll probably just... If they bolt her, I'll probably just force. Okay, great. We're going to go to our turn. All right, Tommy has a great rip. I'm going to go ahead and just play this out. They haven't forced yet. I'll force to save the Stoneforge Mystic here. Wow, we're just in? Okay, I was not expecting 0 resistance here. I am going to get a pre-war firmware. I now have double force up. And I think I actually might just get Assimilation Aegis. Are they going to interact now? Now that I have the pre-war. If they interact now, I might actually let them have it instead of fighting, because I can just pre-war and then go get more stuff. Like I can get Felia back with pre-war. Man, I'm stunned that they're letting us do all this. They must have a proactive hand instead of a reactive hand. Okay. So this is going to just connect. Bowmasters. It's kind of annoying. It kills our Felia. I don't really care though. Yeah, I think it's. I have a backup Felia. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, like they're on Grixis Control, I suspect. They may be on like some Grixis aggro deck, but like I'm fine with taking this value. I don't need to draw cards immediately. I've got a huge freaking grip now. I've got a backup Felia. I've got a Felia coming in from the graveyard next turn. I'm going to go get this Assimilation Aegis because it pitches to Force. I don't think Meteor Sword is going to be super good against them. They probably have a single Brazen Borrower in their deck. Best draw is a land. Yeah, they're definitely on Grixis control here. They don't have good attacks. Yeah, they don't have good attacks. That's fine. I'm going to fight over that for sure. Yeah, that's not going to resolve. I'm just going to let your Bowmaster die, and you will be without a Bowmaster. I think we just pitch Rest down here, but that can deal with Baragoi if they bring that out later. I can just pitch the Assimilation Aegis. Yeah, I think I just pitched that. And if they have Spell Pierce or something, that'd be really strong here. I'd have to probably force a second time. I'll let Brainstorm resolve. I think they're crazy for attacking here. And they're probably crazy for not, like if they had anything they could have done to stop me from, yeah. So this just dies in combat. I'll take it. Land, please. It is a land. Okay, that's great. So what I'll do here is I'm going to go ahead and play Tamio out and see if they interact with that. And then what I can do is I can just fetch and get the Felia back in the instep. I actually am going to just fetch now. I don't think they're playing Stifle, but if they're on the James Kisao deck, they could be playing the Stifle Bird, which is a bird that like stops triggers. And I'd rather at least get the pre-war into play than lose my land. They're island cycling here. So I'll pre-war Felia, and then I'll blink this the final time to get the Meteor Sword. And then I can use Meteor Sword to start going after the lands. Okay. And I'll just bring this back from the graveyard, because if I draw like a Felia, I want to use that. Okay. I think I'll actually get back at Tamio instead then. That's fine. They should have waited until I targeted. This could absolutely go to time. This matchup is very slow. All right. So punished for what I did there. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and attack like this. Just do 1 damage and I'll pass. And then I can Felia in the instep. And I have Hardcast Force Negation up if I absolutely need it. Like if they have like Kolgon's Command or something like that, it's worth Force Negating. But then I just have Felia if they don't. Kept. They are starting to run out of cards here. Okay, what is this? Fire Nation Occupation. I think we can just counter this. I could counter this and I can still play a Felia in the instep. I think I'll just go for the value here. I'm ahead. And if they fight over this, it's not that big a deal. I mean, it's like a 2/2 creature, right? This is a cool card, by the way. Okay, and they're just passing, and we'll continue to accrue value. But again, like at this point, the clock is my biggest enemy. I would have loved to have got Felia out there, but I think I do need to just be patient. I don't want to throw away this Dress Down because it's so good against Baragoi. All right, Force of Will is a great rip. Let's go ahead and come across, and we'll just pass again with another clue up. And then instep, we can Felia. The key is just cards. Sheer volume of cards. Now I can force pitch Dress Down, and then I will have Riddler drawing a lot of cards. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this in. And I probably need a force to defend this now. Okay. They may have K command here. Yeah, I'm not going to allow that. Okay. So there, our decision to hardcast and be a little more patient has paid off very well. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I just want to get this game over. They could have a... Well... So we'll get 2 cards. I think actually I'm just going to go ahead and blink the Stoneforge final time. Because I don't want them to like be able to kill our Felia immediately if they have Bowmaster as their last card. And that may seem very demure, but like I'm trying to think of what kills us here. And Bowmaster killing my Felia would be pretty catastrophic because I wouldn't be able to blink the Riddler. And I'm nowhere near actually casting this. They're cleaning our card. That's fine. So let's go get our Meteor Sword. And now we've got lots of clues that we can crack. I probably could have pondered and just flipped her right there. Because I don't have a stack interaction. They just conceded though. Okay, cool. So against this matchup, Hydroblast can come in for sure. I think Prismatic Ending's good because they do have Bowmasters and Felia. I don't know that Wrath of the Skies is good enough. Like they didn't have any material out. They're more spell heavy. Force Negation is okay. Let's say we take that out. What else is bad? Like, I do think that we get high enough mana and Solitude's really good because their finishers are like Murktide, and this also has life gain. And one of the things that James Kisao's deck can do is it can bolt you out, which is a very frustrating way to lose a game when you're like really far ahead and then suddenly you're just getting bolted to death. Dress Down is good. So I can't really think of a card to take out here. We're just upgrading our Force Negation to Hydroblast. Maybe we don't need both of them. I'm not going to take out any lands. I'm not going to take out any equipment. It's a very minor upgrade. But I think our main deck is pretty well built for this. I could take out a Riddler, actually. I'm going to take out a Riddler. I'm going to bring in a Hydroblast. The reason for that is Riddler is awkward, like we saw there. It's good if, as a top deck, if your opponent's hand is empty, but until that point, there's a threat of Bowmasters. You have to be really careful when you use it. And I think it is good that we have something that can just draw us tremendous volumes of cards, but because they're a 4x Bowmaster deck, we need to respect that first and foremost. All right, so MTGO stopped working for some reason. I had to reset, which cost me a little extra clock. I'm going to mulligan. This is unlikely. The odds of this are like 1% that you're going to get two planes without. I'm actually going to keep it just because I do have a draw coming. I'm going to put back a Riddler, and we're going to hope to draw an island. It's a high likelihood. We've already got two of the three planes. They're pondering. We could absolutely lose this one, but if we lose due to Mana Screw, I'll just concede really quickly. And then we'll go to game 3 where we get to be on the play. And we do have Felia and Plow, so it's not like we're doing nothing here. But we definitely do want to draw an island, first, if we can. That would be the dream, is just draw an island right now. Got 16 hits, 54 cards, so about 1 in 3 chance of finding an island. All right, that's something we can cast at least, or play. So according to my table, the possibility of having 2 planes, 0 islands, 0 fetches is only 1.1%. So this is very unlucky. And the first hand was just 1 plane. I would have kept, I basically keep anything that has an island and a ponder, or an island and a planes. And if my mana works out, then I just assume the rest is going to work out for us. Wow, that's so unlucky. Incredibly unlucky. Okay. All right, Bowmasters is fine. It's annoying. I will probably go ahead and Felia here if it attacks, just to try to jump in there. And then I can, if they kill the Felia, that's fine. But I want to try to kill the Bowmasters if I can. I was going to play this anyway, and getting a Bowmasters on the table is great. If we play this in the end step, they're just going to kill it anyway. They might just bolt here or push. They're going to Shieldred's Edict. I can't do anything about that, so I don't get to kill the Bowmasters in combat. I'll take 2. They don't have Kaito. Fetching. Tamio. So I'll have to probably apply Tamio first because they need to keep their engines off. Come on, Island. Okay, Felia number 2 is great. Just take this out, and then I'll attempt to Felia here. Okay, they didn't force. They're down to 3 cards over there. They're going to draw back up, but that's because they've been effectively deploying their cards. I'm on a white deck over here. Okay, I'm going to try to kill this Bowmasters again. There's no point in waiting. They may have a Kaito, and they may swap this even if this dies in combat. You have another removal spell. They may just ping it, but I'll take the trade because I just need time. Okay, here's Kaito. That's fine. So if they can stun this, it's not that big of a deal. I did take out their Bowmaster, which is a big deal. They are stunning. Okay. Let's see if we can draw an island. Nope. This is the fail rate of not playing duels. But we're in a matchup where our opponent doesn't play any yeah, because if I were playing duels, I'd probably play just 2 planes and then 2 or 3 tundras. That's what I played recently at a tournament, the Buffalo Chicken Dip. But this is the extreme fail case. So we're seeing it right here in round 1, just how exceptionally unlucky you can get. These are all the non-island lands in our deck. And I chose to keep this hand. So it could be that I just shouldn't, as a heuristic. Don't keep hands that don't have blue, period. Even if you have 2 other lands and you have 2 things to do with those lands. If we just draw an island, we might be able to pull back into this, but they have started drawing cards. So Felia's still sleepy. Okay, there we go. So I think this just has to be Tamio here. And then this will probably eat a removal spell instead of our Felia, which is good. They got greedy here, and now they can't stun our Felia again. So they have to actually clear her somehow. But they clear her. That's fine. Okay, and now Oppo comes out. Okay, that's very good against our deck. Because we have a lot of fetches probably coming. If we can find another land, which will necessarily be an island, but won't necessarily be a fetch, which we can't use, we could Solitude here. So I'll just take this damage, and then next turn I can start cracking clues. I can also brainstorm to flip Tamio if they tap out for some reason. If they keep this black mana up, then I should presume they have Bowmasters. Okay, they're just drawing. They could just double bolt us at this point. We do have life gain in our deck, but we need to establish ourselves first. The good news is I don't think we're going to go to time. Fatal Push, that's fine. I have another one. I'm going to start with a Brainstorm because I need to find a lot here. Stoneforge Mystic chumps, but they can just stun it and kill us, but they'll lose this if they do that. So yeah, this has to be a Stoneforge Mystic. Oh, Stoneforge Mystic for Aegis, and then I just pitch the Aegis. I think that works. I'm going to put back a Brainstorm and a Ponder at this point. Okay, that resolves. Let's go get... I mean, I'd love to get pre-war, but it doesn't matter. I do need to pitch Aegis here. It's a card I can pitch. Do they have a Stifle Bird? Oh, they get to search. I'm sorry. I was like, why am I not draw? That was dumb. Sorry. Yeah. Just showed them my deck for no reason. Okay, I should have conceded. Okay, so that was an exceptionally dumb punt. Do we want to bring in Prismatic? I think our deck configuration is fine. The fact that they're playing that card is pretty good, but we're never going to be able to hit it off Prismatic ending anyway. I think we just keep the deck the same as it is. Again, I don't believe in Force Negation here. The main things we need to stop are their creatures. Yeah. I was like, what's going on? I'm so silly. Okay. This is both of those things I needed. Let's keep it. And again, like a lot of the deck is dictated by mana, but Magic is always dictated by mana. Like people just don't realize it. They don't realize to the extent to which that is the case. So the most likely thing I'll have to do here is just plow a Tamiyo. So I'll start with this, and they're not a Dark Ritual deck. I can just keep up the mystery as to what I'm doing here. But the second they play out the Tamiyo, I'm going to plow her. Now, James Kisao only plays like a few Tamiyo for some reason, even though it's like so obviously a broken card. He just doesn't want to win as much, I guess. Okay, so we're not going to crack this because I want to increase the likelihood of drawing a land. There we go. So let's go get our planes, and we're going to attempt to Stoneforge. And if they Dark Ritual and do the thing, that'll be stunning. I don't think that'll happen. Okay, so does this resolve? It does. That's great. Use the ability, and we're going to go get pre-war here. No, we get Meteor Sword, and maybe they prioritize killing this because I don't care about it, and then I just play the second one, and then I Meteor Sword them next. The next one, we'll go get the other card. Yeah, I think they're probably just going to do a quick bolt or a push here, which is good for me because I got a 2-for-1. Yeah, so I think that was a heads-up play, realizing that we could just... Strix is fun. I don't really care. It does slow me down a little bit, and it draws a card. Okay, so Riddler is nice. I'm just going to hold up Hydro, and we're going to go ahead and play another one of these. Now we'll get our pre-war, and we'll pass with Pyroblast up. And Emergency Brainstorm if they cast like a Bowmaster main phase for some reason. They Brainstorm. They are light on land. No, they haven't made a land drop yet this turn. So they've made all their land drops so far, right? Because I made mine last turn. Yeah, it's their third turn. So they haven't missed a land drop yet. Do they have a shuffle? Island Cycle. That's fine. I am going to probably swords this, use the sword on the Bayou. Or the Badlands. Or maybe, no. Maybe I do want to cut them off a color completely. So they can attack here, that's fine. I want to find a second plains here. I'll probably Brainstorm in the main phase. Just to try to find a land. I could just go ahead and flip Tamiyo. And then I still have Plow up. But I do want to take out their land. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to Brainstorm here. And accept that I'm not going to get a clue from Tamiyo this turn. Perfect. Okay, so let's think about what we don't want. I might be able to find another land. I could just pre-war get Stoneforge back, but I need to blow up their land first. Pre-war we get Stoneforge back. So I'm putting back a land for sure. And then I think, I don't know what I need this Ponder for. This isn't ready yet. We don't have the Felia, so I think I could put this back. Then I just have a little more flexibility. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fetch now and get up another plains. That way I have the ability to plow. Okay, and then what I can do is we can go to their turn and I can Meteor Sword when they go to combat. Yeah, actually, I'm going to go ahead and Meteor Sword now because I want to deprive them of this mana. And then what I can do is if they have a third land, I will plow this just to deny them being able to put Kaito in. Because this bounced back to hand, and then them deploying Kaito is pretty catastrophic. Then next turn, I'll get the pre-war in. Yeah, the Brainstorm is totally fine. I love my control opponents getting imperfect Brainstorms in the end step. Just desperately looking for land, I think. Another bird, that's fine. I can't stop it. So if I flip a Brainstorm, or I flip a Tamio next turn, which probably won't happen, I will play it. I'm just taking a little bit of damage here. This could add up. I don't think plow. Do we want to just plow here to be mana efficient? We do have a lot of things to do here. Yeah, I'm going to just plow to be mana efficient here. I'll just take that one out. Okay. All right, Solitude. Love it. So let's go ahead and do this. Pre-war. I should have probably cast the Tamio first. I didn't need to do this now. I do want to play around their opposition agent, though. They could like surgical something here. Like if they want to surgical my Stoneforge. That's another reason to play the Tamio out first. So I could potentially have different types of different creatures in the graveyard. Okay, so pre-war comes in. We get that back. If they burn a surgical here, I'll be totally fine with that. Okay, we're back. And like surgical shouldn't ever come in against my deck, frankly, but I've actually had several people bring it in recently against me, which sometimes is effective. I played a league the other day where like 2 rounds in a row, people like surgicaled me like randomly, like control gamers, and just happened to like hit like a Flooded Strain when I had a Flooded Strain in hand, and the other was a plow when I had a plow in hand, and that was pretty brutal. So we could Assimilation Aegis to get rid of this, but then if they pyro this, then they get it back. I don't really want that to happen. I am going to play out the Tamio here. I don't think they could Pyroclasm here. I don't think that's likely. They don't have any, they're not representing any sort of red. So I think this is just how I want to do it. Next turn, we could just equip Meteor Sword and start bashing for a lot, but we need to clear this first. Also, I have Solitude up if I really need it. But so if they have Kaito mana, I might Solitude just because Kaito is the sort of thing that can screw me really bad in this position. But Solitude feels so bad to take out a Baleful Strix. It's like gives them like a 3-for-1. This is fine. Yeah, I might actually Solitude just to be able to hit through. But actually I ponder and then I create the clue and then I just flip her. Okay, do we want to deal with flip Tamio here? So if we let this go, it's a 0 value Tamio because I just kill it. I just I Solitude here to clear this and then I just attack with this. So I guess my question is, like, should I do this now? I think I should. But, no, wait. Let's think about this. I could just do this to take this out of play, but I am worried that it'll come back. Because they may find a land and a pyro, like a bolt. But if I put this on top and they don't have a blocker, it gets debuffed, but it's still going to die. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go for this. This may seem like a little jumpy, but I can't stop this trigger. They may not think that it's all... They may force... Okay, so I am going to take out this because I feel confident I can kill this. And they can't return it because it's exiled. So Kolaghan's command won't get that Baleful Strix back. Baleful Strix is very good against my deck. So now they have this trigger over here. Okay. And they may not have thought about the fact that, like, I can just equip it and kill. Do they have a land? They do. Okay, so they can go get Pyroblast here. They can even get Fatal Push. But if I equip Sword here and I have Hydroblast up, I think I'll be okay. Because they'll be able to kill one, but they won't be able to kill both. Yeah, and they don't have like a Bowmaster that's going to block both. Land would be good here. Especially a fetch just so I can get it out of the way. That's a great draw. Okay, so here, let's go ahead and just do this. Go ahead and equip this one. They are going to fetch. I think they're going to try to bolt. And then I force the bolt. And then maybe they pyro. No. They bolt, I just hydro the bolt. If they fatal push, then I have to force. It's fine. I will bolt it. I will blast this. And if they force here, I'll force back. Okay, so we're equipped. Now we can just attack all at Tamio just to ensure she dies. Okay. And so that was a 0 value Tamio. We still have force up, but we don't have a lot going on over here other than our board presence. But they have no board presence and they're constrained on mana. So I think we might be slightly favored in this position. This is an interesting matchup for sure. I'm not sure that we're favored. I think we are, but I'm not sure. Like a Baragoyf probably needs to eat a force here. Kolaghan's Command absolutely is going to eat a force. The main thing I'm worried about is Power Blast on our force, and then we have just clues, and that's all. Okay, they could have a Bowmaster here. That's fine if they do. I'm going to respond by cracking clues if they Bowmaster. Solitude is very close to being good. I'm going to go ahead and attack all. I'm just going to chill. I want to wait for them to put stuff on the stack. They could have double Bowmaster, but I'd force the second one, and then I'd still be able to crack through my clues. But then, and I do have a blocker, so I'd be able to keep this alive if Bowmaster is the only thing. And then next turn, if I manage to draw a land, I have Solitude up. So they do have a Bowmasters here. Oh, that? Destroy target artifact. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card first. And, yeah, I'll just force this. And then if they Pyro, that sucks. That'll be a 2-for-1. Okay, we stopped it. That's one of the most important spells in their deck that we need to stop. Okay, so they've got one more thing they're going to do here. I'm not going to crack this. Wait, should I crack it? I think actually I should crack it here. I'll just do it now before they draw. No, wait. This will flip. I won't be able to activate. I'll just do it in the end step next turn. They may be able to Bowmaster me, but even if they Bowmaster, it's not that big of a deal. It's not going to be able to kill my stuff. I can just plow it. The subsequent turn. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. They've got a lot of mana now. Toxic Deluge, X equals 5. That is a good card. There's nothing I could draw that would affect this. Let's let it happen. Okay. I should have actually cracked a clue there because they would have had to... they may not have been able to Bowmaster. I am going to use my mana. Hopefully they don't have a Bowmaster here because I punted really hard. Okay, wow, that's good. Okay. Velia is a great rip. So we can use her with pre-war and get back in the game. And they're at 7. Land. They have Hardcast Force up here. Baragoyf is fine. So I'm actually going to just try to bait a force with a plow and see what they do. Come on, force it. All right. Let's go ahead and play this out. Are you going to let me attack? I have Hardcast Force now to protect Velia. Let's blink this. This will bring back Tomio for sure. I don't have any equipment to get. They could consign, or they could... yeah, I don't think consign's in their deck, but it might be. Okay. Man, this is a really epic match. They're down to 1 card. I'm just going to Solitude here after blocks. I'll see how they block. If they double block, they could kill it. I could just bring it right back, actually. But I think it's fine to just jam this. I'm worried that they have a second Toxic Deluge, though. But that would kill their Bowmaster. Okay, they gain a life. They're at 12. Clocks are very close. I've been playing a lot faster than them because I had to disconnect and do a couple other things. So I think I'll be okay. Bring back the Tommy. This has a higher toughness as well. If they do need a Toxic Deluge, they're going to have to pay more life. It did suck to tap out of force there, but I felt like that was the correct play rather than trying to force this itself. Okay, not doing anything. So I'll attack with everything here. I could equip this. I think I just attack all. And then I'm going to blink the pre-war. Okay, so she creates a clue. She already had... Yeah, this is nice because I can blink the pre-war and she had the... yeah, so now I can get back another Stoneforge from my graveyard, or I can get back one of these creatures if they kill one. Pre-war is just insane. Yeah, we won. That was devastating. So that was an interesting match because we got the horrific RNG of getting all 3 planes. So my theory is that, like, as long as you mulligan aggressively, if you don't have an island, which you're going to have, you know, I think we established like 90% of the hands. I'll show you my tables real quick. Yeah, 88% with the number of islands we have, you're going to have a blue source. And I know it seems ridiculous. Like, why don't you just play duels? Why don't you just play like some other like surveillance or something like that? But it will come up all the time where any non-basic is going to get wasted in a 61% Wasteland meta. So I'm hoping that we can completely dodge that. All right, round 2, we have we're on the draw against a likely Omnitel player. They just trophied with Omnitel a couple days ago and played before. This hand has a blue source and a white source and stuff to do. I'm loving it. Solitude's very good against their deck. All right. Blue-green, often Omni. Nowadays, you also have Alarin that can be used alongside Omniscience. All right. They did not shuffle their Ponder. So if we play out the Flood Strand, we keep some ambiguity as to what we're doing over here. We could still be a white deck, which might inspire them to jam sooner than they should. I am going to Felia and then probably Stoneforge. But if I Stoneforge immediately, then I get the sword. I think I probably actually need a Stoneforge first. And then Solitude may be pitched to Felia. Or rather, Felia may be pitched to Solitude. We'll see how quickly they're ready to go. Oh, wow. Ink Moth. Blighted Agent. Well, luckily we have Solitude. I can't counter any of this. That's fine. So they're on Infect. Throw out all your preconceptions. We just need to clear this. Putting a Stoneforge in front of it is okay. Huh. Yeah, I definitely don't want to draw any more land. I'm going to go get a forest. Or a plains, rather. Okay, and then we'll take a natural draw. All right, Brainstorm. So now we could pitch all the way down. Unfortunately, we are going to need to fight on their turn. I don't like to do that but the practical reality is we need to be able to force back. We want to fight when they can't give it protection though. I mean, there's a very real risk. They just have a bunch of pump spells and they can pump the Nexus. I can't block either of these with the Stoneforge Mystic. I kind of do think Felia is correct because then we could Riddler and we could pitch the Brainstorm. And also we could, if we get into a crazy fight, I might be able to Brainstorm into. Yeah, I'm just going to wait. See what they do here. I'll do the instant Felia. They do have days in their deck. So if they start to go crazy, what I probably need to do, they have the freaking annoying card that has sudden, split second. And if they have that with everything else, we're just dead. So I'm going to wait and see what they do here. Okay, no blocks. Any pump? Okay, that's not that bad. I'm going to go for this, and this might just get a days out of their hand, and I'll probably just accept that. Okay. So now we have Riddler, which gives us a card. I'm going to play this out. I'm just going to Riddle. I mean, I could find a Plow, though. I think I need a Riddle with this, and then I have Brainstorm. Yeah, I'll just do this. And if they're forcing this, that's a force they won't have to stop me later. Okay, so we get a card draw. That's great. Okay, Vista doesn't do anything. So now we're going to have this big blocker for their aerial attacker. Okay, and it's not worth cantripping here or doing anything that would turn on days over there. I just need to be chill and accept the situation here. And also, I don't want to Solitude quite yet because I do have an aerial blocker. I think with an aerial blocker, I do want to actually Solitude with this, but I want to draw my card first. So this will come back. We get a card. And I'm going to set a stop here. So we draw. I'm going to go ahead and go for this now. Since I can pay for days. And because I just want to clear this. This is unblockable. They may have the... okay, so we target. Do you have Legolas Quick Reflexes? They do. Yep. Okay, so that's good because... that was going to happen. And now we can force of negation. And if we absolutely need to stay alive, we can force a Berserk. And again, it's just crazy to me that they play split second. You can't interact at all. It's crazy. So they should definitely attack with the Blighted Agent here. The real question is what are they going to do after that? Okay. So we're taking this damage. It's unblockable. Okay. That's not bad. I'm going to Brainstorm in the end step. I need momentum. This is... what are we going to do here? I can go get the ability, or the one that can exile stuff. I don't think it can target land, though. It's just target creature, right? I'll see when I'm searching. But I am going to Stoneforge, and I am going to blink the Stoneforge. Yeah, so we can put back these lands. We're going to redraw them, unfortunately. Our life total doesn't matter, though, so it doesn't really matter that we're fetching. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. Go ahead and fetch first. because we know it doesn't really matter, actually. I should have probably actually pondered there. Okay, so we're going to do this. I actually think I brainstorm first, or I ponder first. See if I can find a plow. Force of Will, is that worth keeping? Yes, because then we can have double force up next turn. I think that's probably good enough. Okay. Now we're going to attempt to resolve this. I'll just do it like this. Double white. That way I can ponder again if I needed to. But again, I'm not going to put myself into daze range. They could just be, very carefully keeping the daze around. I do need to get them dead. So this says exile up to one target creature. So it can exile the land. But importantly, it's blue. That's the main reason we're doing this. Okay, and then I'm going to attack with both to just get my damage in. And I will blink the Stoneforge Mystic. And this is going to go get the sword. And it's also going to buff this. And they will be able to potentially animate this and attack. But we should be able to stop like one of their effects. And then next turn we'll be able to put this sword in at instant speed and blow up their stuff. Which will not protect them from Legolas Quick Reflexes, but will protect them from everything else. Brainstorm, that's fine. Let's see, so we're hitting for 8. We could actually play the Meteor Sword and equip it and kill them next turn if they go overboard on an attack. If they have... Okay, so I can't stop that, but I can stop the things that buff it. So that will make it 6. I think I just take it. They don't have green for Veil. That makes it 8, so that's lethal. Go ahead and counter that. I'll pitch this Ponder. They force back, that's okay. They're down to 2 cards over there. If they are able to Berserk, that also kills me, but they don't have green mana up, so I'm just going to do this and hopefully this wins. So like taking this damage doesn't matter because they're not going to be able to finish me. Okay, this actually that is really good. That kills this. Yeah, I forgot about the fact that it was going to kill when it attacked. That sucks because that like barely puts victory out of reach. Now they could in theory like animate this and attack with both and I could die. Let's see what we draw. Oh. So what I need to do is just attack here and then I need to blink this so I can get an extra card because what I have is not good enough. I wish I could get both of these cards out of my hand, but there's no way to do it. So let's attack for 4 and then we'll have this blocker in the air. They'll need to pump this somehow. I think they almost certainly will win here. They drew 2 of their Legolas Quick Reflexes, which is the best card in their deck. We have a lot of live draws here. Brainstorm, could shuffle, but it doesn't really matter. This is like the last turn of the game, basically. Like if they can kill me, they can kill me. So I'll just go ahead and get another land here. So I could draw like a Solitude here in the end step, and I could cast that. Come on, Solitude, or maybe Force. Ponder. Okay, I can't do anything. So if they can pump this even 1 point, we're dead. Oh, wait. We're actually okay. Sorry. I was like, that was a premature groan. Okay, so this is 2. Do you have any more? I can't block. Wow, so close. I think we're probably fine here. Gosh, we're just breaking so hard. I am going to go ahead and ponder here. Plow is fine. I'll take that. I could take another Quantum Riddler as well. So I just Riddler and then I draw the Plow. Yeah, and then I can blink the Riddler. Well, I need to blink this, but I will draw a card. I'm going to play this out. So let's go like that. Riddler. We get a card. It's a Plow. I can just plow this Hierarch out of the way. That way I can blink the Riddler and have a blocker here just in case something catastrophic happens. But it doesn't really matter because this is unblockable. Let's just think. I'm just trying to think. So I attack here for 10. They can't animate. As long as this isn't in the way, then we're fine. What could they have in hand? If they had Force blue card, they could stop this. But then we just move that out of the way and they're dead. Okay. I think I'm probably overthinking this. Let's go ahead and clear this. Okay, we got it. That was so close. Literally 1 point of poison from death. Poison counters. So Lavinia does shut off the free spell. Prismatic Ending seems pretty good. Just spot removal. Wrath will never be able to blow up the card because it's their turn. They're only animating it on their turn. Cards that are not as good here. I don't believe they're going to be going after my creatures at all. So I could take out Pre-War. And then I could take out a Solitude. We did bring in a white card. Sorry, I'm not taking out a Solid. I'm taking out Stoneforge. Yeah, pre-war, like, realistically, I just don't think they're going to interact with our creatures. Dress Down is actually really good because it takes away the poison ability, even if they have that thing. Like, that. This is actually a really good card in the matchup. Yeah, I don't know that we need the Force Negation, because mostly it is a combo deck, but yeah, it doesn't feel right. And I'm just taking out 0 lands. My experiment with this league is just leave the mana. 19 lands is pretty razor thin in terms of like the counts for reliably getting the colors we need. I could definitely take out a Riddler, but like Riddler probably saved us there. This is, yeah, double Solitude. I'm going to keep this, and if they like counter our Tomio, that's okay. We don't, yeah, because Tomio does debuff, and it also blocks the elf if they start with the elf. Okay, Hierarch is fine. They could have some sort of pivot. Like some of these decks will play like, oh, that's so good that we drew that. That's great. So now I'm going to probably Solitude, pitch Solitude, but I'm not going to do that on any non-infect creature. So these Tomios are really stinky. If they play the Infect Elf, I'll just leave Tomio back. I don't even need to draw clues. Blighted Agent, not a fan. So I'm going to untap. I'm going to attempt to Solitude that proactively. They're down to 4 cards in hand, but they'll draw another one. This is great. I mean, technically this is double Solitude. I don't have to pitch the Solitude. I'm going to go ahead and try this first. Just see whether it works. Because they only have like 12 Infect threats, and they won't necessarily find another one. And you do always want to exile on their turn. Okay, great. That is so good for us. I'm going to go ahead and Stoneforge. Okay, and they didn't have a Daze either. So I'm going to go get the sword. Actually, if I get Aegis, I think that's better because that can be pitched to Solitude here. I'll get it. I'll get the sword later. Just in a pinch, like it would suck to lose just because we don't have a white pitch. All right, let's create our clue, and we're done. So happy that we were able to remove that. Infect is one of those decks that like is really cool, but it's unlikely to get any additional, firepower. Like maybe every 2 or 3 years there will come out some card that's relevant to Infect, but I doubt they're ever going to print any more Infect creatures. They've said such. Okay, another land. You love to see those lands. If they play Teferi, it's actually really threatening. That is a card that's in their range. Okay, another one of these guys. That's fine. I'm going to try to Solitude him. I could actually just try to Aegis him, and that could still be stopped. If I draw a white card, okay, now I think I just Aegis is my instinct. Just Aegis now, and then during their upkeep, I could Solitude. I just need to not die, basically. I mean, Feli is obviously insane if I can get her. I just don't want to die. They're low-end cards. I'm going to attempt to do this and just see how they react. It makes sense to Solitude first, though, because then that can't be dazed. I think I'm just going to go super slow, and then I can Aegis later. Okay, they are going to do something here. They may use the card. It might be consigned with Replicate. If so, they're going to be tapped out, and I'm going to Aegis. Huh. They may be reconsidering whether they want to do that. They may have 2 of them. Okay, are we going to get it? Oh, we got it. That's so sweet. Okay. Now I'm just going to attack, create a clue, and I'll pass. And like every turn that we're getting an extra clue, like we just needed this game to last, and we've got a Howling Mine and they don't. I suspect they have some sort of interaction spell though, based on like they fetch there obviously. So one of the problems with the Aegis though is if they do have Teferi, which they're playing white, so I assume they have a Teferi in there. It can bounce this back to hand. Teferi is extremely good against our deck. I guess that's one reason why Assimilation Aegis is really good. Maybe we should just be very careful not to tap out. Just take our time, keep cracking clues, keep drawing keep playing lands. Essentially, is my game plan here. Prismatic Ending is good, but I want to save it. I don't really care about this thing. They have plenty of mana. That's just about one of the worst draws. Let's go ahead and come across. I kind of want to... we need to be patient. I just don't want to... they're not going to have a hasty beat. If I can draw a land, it's so good. They're not going to have a hasty beat. Let's do this. They could have crop rotation for... yeah, if they have crop rotation, that's bad. Because I just tapped out. So crop rotation is tech that some of these decks use. But I'm not sure what they're using lately. That's fine. They're just trying to chess match us into the corner, and we're trying to not get chess matched. Not get chess matched. It is a real bummer that I drew all 4 Tamio, because it's just like they're never going to remove this, I don't think. I mean, I could play one out as a blocker once I flip this, but I have to have land to flip it. Okay, they're just using a bunch of cantrips. They didn't find a fetch probably, so they're using Ponder to shuffle their Brainstorm. Next turn, I'm almost certainly going to want to Prismatic End. Okay, that is nice because I can Prismatic End that one around days. And if you just keep these threats off the table, oh, that's so good. Well, I'm going to attempt to do this first. It's a bummer that I don't get a land, but I don't want them to daze me. That would be horrific. Do you have the card? I need to keep a land up anyway to be able to pay for days. They're plowing that? Sure. You can have that. All right, great. Now I'm just going to attack. They could get into a situation where they like, you know, berserk this guy, for example. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just worried about the fact that I've only drawn 2 lands. Because we're not able to exploit our... Oh, they're attacking. Okay, I don't care. Yeah, they may just be playing wait for plow and not actually be playing... God, can I draw a freaking land? Please, deck. Please give me a land. I guess I'll create a clue first. Because that's going to happen either way. I'm not worried about dying to combat damage. Again, they would have to have like double berserk probably to kill me with this thing. Because a lot of their spells actually gain me life. Like they give me life when they're buffing their creatures. Invigorate. Okay, finally. All right, this is fine. I want both of these. And what I think I'm going to do here is I am going to go ahead and just crack. And we're going to take a chance. Because I do want to start taking this up. And if they kill her, no big deal at all. Got plenty more where she came from. Okay, and crop rotation would be a force for sure. I will not let them crop rotate because they'll almost certainly be going to get the land that's harder to kill than the creatures. You are attacking Tamio, probably. Please expend some of your precious resources over there. Would you like to invigorate? Okay, Tamio's dead. Congratulations. I guess it doesn't go negative. No, it went to 1-2. So it would have gone negative had it actually gone negative, but it buffed. Oh, okay. So here, this is, I think we deploy a Tamio and then we chill and we Felia in the end step. We can always Brainstorm if we need to flip her, but I don't really want to do that. By the way, we're at 23 life. It's going to be very hard for them to kill us without an infect creature. So here, let's go ahead and play this out. And we're going to eventually get them dead. But they only have 3 cards in hand. But like, if those are exactly like, great, I'm glad I keep drawing lands. Let's go ahead and attack first. I think it makes sense to go ahead and warp out Noble Hierarch, just in case they have like a... And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to Brainstorm. The reason I didn't target this is because I actually do want Tamio to be able to plus immediately. So I'll do this, and this way I keep up a lot of options. Perfect. I think we have enough lands for now. I wouldn't mind drawing another. Yeah, I'll do this and oh, wait. Actually, I'd like to put these back, please. Not that I can really do anything about it, but yeah. Okay, so this is going to get plussed. Yeah, I can't shuffle them away, unfortunately. So those are going to be with me. Okay, and that'll come back, but I do have both Force Blue card and Solitude Assimilation Aegis. And I have 2 clue cracks in the end step. Looks like they're going to kill another Tamio, which I'm here for. Please use all your spells to kill her. That is very welcome. All right. Now we just play another... Oh, I forgot to crack the clues. Sorry, my excellent friends. That was a punt. I absolutely needed to do that. I didn't need to do that, but it would have been good to do. All right, so we're going to go ahead and attack here. And then I'll crack the clues while she's... No, I don't need to warp them. I can just crack them during in their end step. So we've got one more Tamio on top. We are very slowly bleeding them out. This is a dangerous deck to play in paper just because it does take a long time to kill. All right, let's go ahead and crack a clue. Draw a Tamio, crack a clue. All right, and now we're starting to cash in like all the ridiculous card advantage we've gotten here. I'll just attack and I will, I guess target one of these. I don't think it really matters. Yeah, I'll target one of these and that way I can still Brainstorm here. And then I can flip her yet again. And I can put back the redundant dog in the redundant Tamio. And because we took out that one, they don't have Hardcast Force anymore. I didn't really think about that when I was doing it, but it is good. I think I'd rather actually have a redundant blue card. I'll go like that, and then I can keep one of these lands for the turn, for next turn, I guess. And then we'll just pass with 2 clues up. 4 cards in the grip over there. Pondering. Okay, they are attacking Tamiyo, so I presume they can kill her a 3rd time. That's fine. I have 1 more. Okay, just 1 damage on her. That's fine. Let's go ahead and fetch. I'll get a plains. And then let's crack some clues. All right, lots of land. Oh, even more land. Okay, so we've got 9 cards in hand. I guess I could play out a Tamiyo here to keep drawing. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's fine to do that. Play this out. I'm going to be very embarrassed if I lose with all this card advantage. Yeah, I think it makes sense to play her out. Just to have a blocker and to continue to grow my Ophelia and to avoid having to discard. I'm just going to chill with Solitude up just in case of an emergency. I'd like to, like if they play a threat out, I want to do it on their turn. That'll be a mana efficient thing to do with my mana. Okay, Glistener Elf is fine. All right, and now we're going to enter the end step, and Solitude is going to come down. And if Solitude doesn't work, we have Aegis. We can also regrow a Prismatic Ending here. That's fine. Solitude whiffs, but it doesn't matter. I'm getting so many lands. My goodness. I do think it's fine to just regrow a Prismatic Ending here. And then we can worry about what to do after that. Okay, let's try it. And now what we can do is, I do want to ponder just to try to find something relevant. Like a brainstorm would be great. So I've got all these cards. Those are bad. Let's shuffle those. Oh my goodness, deck, come on. All right, I'll play this out. Oh no, I can't get a second white source. I don't think it'll matter. And then what I'm going to do is I'll just attack like this. And I will blink out my Tamiyo so that she'll come back as a blocker. So I have a hard cast force and a pitch cast force. And I have a clue crack as well. And they're taking a lot of damage here. They're basically dead on board. They have an endurance for me. And now, just let this come back. And yeah, they're like they can chump for a turn cycle, but I can also scoot these out of the way if I need to kill them. They're so low in life too. GG's. Yeah, that was pretty one-sided. I think our deck is just probably incredibly favored against them. And their deck is probably only like 40% against the meta. It's not a strong deck, frankly. I applaud them for trying with it. Round 3, we're 2-0. We're up against Lederhosen, who has been tearing it up with Death and Taxes, but they're not on Yorion today. I'm going to give you this forced blue card hand just in case. Has the Island Ponder, so we can find our white source, and then we have Stoneforge Mountain. White Border Mountain. Very tilting. 8th edition. Welder. Yeah, I'll let that go. Unfortunately, they may have Pyroblast here. Oh, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and try to find a Plow here. Or Solitude. Force Negation. I don't like these cards a lot, but there is a Plains there, and we can shuffle away the Force Negation. I probably actually think we need the Force Negation here. Just in case they go crazy. So I'll take the Plains next turn. And Force Negation this turn. Then we have double Force Up if we absolutely need to stop something. Like what I would stop, it's a pretty short list, but I would stop a... if they try to Engineer, I would force that, and then I would force negate the Pyroblast. Because Engineer could put Chaos Defiler in the yard. Okay, that's a ton of mana. Unfortunately, like if we force this, we can't fight that. Has to resolve, and now Pyroblast can even blast our island if they want to. So we'll go Lantern. Okay. So the reason why this is so strong is because they named Black. Interesting. Like this Welder is just going to be a huge ordeal for us to get through. Because even if I force it, they just swap it right back in. So we need to force something else. They're not attacking, so they're on a combo plan for sure. So I think I just go Plains, and I immediately go get the Stoneforge Mystic and go get the Sword. And we're probably going to have to use Sword to kill the Welder. The other stuff can't really be killed. Normally I get pre-war, but because they're on a combo plan, I feel like I have to get Sword. Okay, they're cracking that to draw. Great Furnace. Lightning Bolt. I actually think I force to negate that because I do need to get rid of this welder. And I have like all these redundant ponders. And if they pyro, it really sucks. Okay, they didn't. Okay, wow. So we are going to be able to get rid of the welder. That's like just getting rid of the welder is probably the most important thing. We can force. Yeah, I want to get rid of the welder for sure. What they'll probably do is they'll swap this for this so they can get an extra draw. And they're down to 2 cards. So yeah, I think they'll swap the pedal here. They do. That's fine. I will allow it. I can take the card out of my graveyard. I use my graveyard for exactly 0 things other than, Tamio regrowing stuff, which might actually come up. Okay, so we have Force to protect us from death. So if they have Pyroblast plus, I think I fight this because it just guarantees pretty much that we're dead. Let's try it. Then I have Brainstorm to flip Tamio. This card is just too powerful. Okay. Do you have it? Is your last card? What a pity. Yeah, and like, so let's say I don't force that, then the next turn they just have the combo. They overwhelm me. Okay, so here, Consign, Hydroblast comes in for sure. Prismatic Ending definitely, oh wait, Wrath. Wrath is so good here. Okay, I'm going to play Wrath. Cards that are less important here, Force Negation doesn't matter. I actually almost kind of want to take out the forces. They were pretty meh there. Oh, Riddler is terrible. I'm not even sure if we want it in our deck. The reason is they just have so many Pyroblasts and it's such a mana investment. And they can hit it on the stack. They can certainly hit it when it comes out. They can hold their force if they know we're going to play a Riddler later game. I think we don't play a Riddler, and I think we just play a small ball game with these cards. We still have enough blue to support force, but I'm not happy about having force in my deck. Lavinia just gets Pyroblast. I think we take out a force, and we bring in these that. And so we're almost completely white now. We do still have enough blue for force, but like I just really don't like. So Consign can stop certain things. Maybe actually we take out the forces and we just bring in the Consigns. Tamio's terrible here. I think Tamio goes out and Consign comes in. And now we're just stay alive. But how do we actually win? We have Felia, Storage Flashers, Solitude. That's it. But that might be enough. Because we can keep bringing things back for pre-war, assuming they don't nuke our graveyard. The main thing is I just don't want to die. I'll kill them very slowly and carefully. But like I've dramatically reduced the power. This is a keep. This is a keep because we have a Wrath hand and we have a Hydroblast. Again, we're not going to keep anything flashy. We're going to keep slow but steady cards. Okay, and then what I can do is I can go ahead and play out this Flooded Strand, and then I have Hydroblast or the first white pip for Wrath. And I want them to do like an Urza Saga start. It's simpler if I just hit this on the stack. I don't need to though. I can wait because it could be that it gets swept up in the Wrath like everything else, which would be beautiful. Do that and pass. I'm going to try to get them to commit more resources to the board. If they put an Engineer out, I will Hydroblast that. Painter's Servant is okay. I don't think they can win immediately. I have a Solitude in an absolute emergency. Okay, everything's blue. So I don't think we can Wrath next turn. I think I have to wait one more turn. Although, because we just don't get enough value. Consign is pretty good. But that does mean that, like, so we have to Solitude and then we have to Consign something from there. All right, we're going to pass one more time. And hopefully they don't try to kill us here. Because if I have an extra turn, I can Wrath all this. Well, I am going to go ahead and do this. We get a white and get a blue. And I'll allow this to resolve. They probably named Stoneforge. They still have 5 freaking cards in hand too. So the worry is that Wrath just isn't good enough and they have plenty of things they can do afterward. There's a Grindstone. I have a Hydroblast and a Solitude. I think I'm fine to let this resolve. Do you have another Ancient Tomb? Okay, so the problem is they could absolutely... I think I just need to... I can't Solitude here, unfortunately. Yeah, there's a big... it kind of sucks because I could have Solituded, but that would have meant throwing away Wrath of the Skies. That's a great rip. Okay, so hear me out. Now we can Solitude. I think I just plow this because they can't swap currently, and that saves us from death for at least a turn cycle. Turns Consign back on. They may pyroblast this, but I can hydro it. Okay, we got it. Now we're still alive. And if they go for another one, I can attempt to consign it and replicate it so the pyro won't stop it. Then they would be able to put it in, but I would be able to wrath before that happens, probably. All right, just being very careful here. Fable is annoying. We need to be able to wrath for one more. So hopefully we draw a land. I'm not going to consign the trigger. All right, I'm not going to fetch. They're tapped out. I just need a land, please. Give me a land. Yes. All right, check this out. This is going to be beautiful. All right, we're putting all our mana into this. 1, 2, 3. Everything dies. Great. That's what we're talking about. Next turn, I have Solitude up. Then I'll be able to attack. Snaring Bridge. I can't actually deal with that, but I can Meteor Sword it later. But it doesn't matter. Like, I could Wrath it again, actually. So I'll just chill. Hopefully they'll play something out and I can Solitude at least so I don't completely waste this mana. Mox Opal. Okay, they can't tap that. They don't have any plays. All right, if we draw another Wrath, we're fine. Brainstorm. I'm going to go ahead and Brainstorm here because I just want to keep moving my mana production along. They might Pyro. That is fine. Okay, we'll move to the next turn. I still have Consign up. I didn't have Consign the turn they played this. Saga. That's fine. It's not going to be able. They're not going to be able to attack. And if they make them, I've got 2 more cards in my deck that I'm drawing to. Okay, dress down. That clears that. So we'll just chill. Okay, this is going to be a long ass game. All right, that's fine. I can just Solitude it. Right? So I can't attack here. Now the Solitude, that's fine too. You're welcome to make these. They need something to flip this in and out of play. They're using their life total to produce these. That's fine. They're already too big to attack. They have to get the Ensnaring Bridge out. They are just opting to fetch here and not create. Hopefully they play like a Engineer or something where I can dress down and take away its abilities. Painter, I will just consign this. And I'll just consign with the Replicate so that they can't blast it. I could have dressed down and denied it the ability of naming a card. Maybe that was the play. Hydroblast, a great rip. We're just going to chill. Can't attack, can't do jack. Once we get 10, we can blow up the Ensnaring Bridge. But our draws are way better than theirs at this point. All right, 2. Ponder is good. Let's go ahead and find something here. Hopefully they just start pyroing our spells willy-nilly. Okay, Flooded Strand is great. I don't need the Solitude. I want to play the land, and then I'll just Stoneforge next turn. Because I don't want to lose this land. And the Stoneforge just goes and gets Pre-War, I think, is in our deck. I think actually we have all the equipment. Yeah, I didn't take out any of my white. So I do have Solitude here if I absolutely need to. They're going to grindstone me. Targeting me, huh? That's fine. I don't care. Okay, we mill a Stoneforge, and he just... Oh, we milled a Wrath of this guy's? Damn, that sucks. Okay, another Urza Saga. Yeah, I think they may just start milling me every turn, trying to win that way, which they did mill like a ton of cards. There is a small possibility they just run out of lands. Should not be good. I need one more land. All right, there we go. So now let's just go get an island. I've got a ton of islands. And then I'll just play the Meteor Sword. And I guess I can't actually do that because then they can attack. So I'll just wait a turn and next turn I'll do it. But now I have all the lands I need. They shouldn't be able to... They could technically Pyroblast my basics. They're going to do it again. That's fine. Yeah. Oh my goodness. They hit like so many cards. I'm down to 23. But I still think I can win. I just need to get this Ensnaring Bridge out of the way. Reign of Glory. And I kind of have to wait until they've used the Urza Saga before I can do anything. They're doing it now. It's fine. They got it again. Yeah, they got 2 triggers. I'm down to 19 cards. I'm just going to hold my ground here. They would make a dude. Then I could just Solitude that dude. Yeah, I think it's fine. I'll give him some life. No, I can't Solitude that dude because I'll have to spend all my mana on the Meteor Sword. Then I won't have good attacks. I'll just wait. It sucks because like my nerves. Okay. We're just going to chill one more turn cycle and let them grind us one more time. Okay, they're paying more life. All right, I'll let them search here. Okay, another artifact. That's fine. Lava Spur Boots. They're going to grind me again. That's fine. Okay, that hit twice. I don't think they're going to do anything. They do technically have mana. I needed to do this before my end second. Yeah, so we'll wait till their second main, and then when they pass, okay, and then in their end step, I will play a Solitude. Okay, this dies. Now we just play Solitude, and then we have the land, so we can also Hydroblast if they try to screw with us somehow, and then we have the win. Do they have Fury? It's too late for Fury in the end step. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Meteor Sword, hit your bridge. Why can't this attack? Oh, it just says can't attack because of the bridge, but that'll go away. It's weird that this one doesn't say that. Oh, it does say it. It just doesn't say it right there. Untimely malfunction. Let's Hydroblast that. Yeah, so the land was actually a really clutch draw. It dies, and now we have lethal. And they are using the full clock here. Good game. Okay, wow, that was tight. But it lended credence to my theory that like we just need to stop them, and we have card advantage on our side. Oh, do we want to make any changes? I don't think we do. I like just not being completely vulnerable. I don't think Lavinia accomplishes anything in this matchup, really. Yeah, I'm going to just run it back. That was a great game. Regardless of what happens, this is a great hand. Yeah, I'll keep this. I need a second source for Wrath. Okay. Always. All 3 games. Turn 1 Welder. Such a beating. Come on, give me a plow. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Just get rid of this guy before he can do anything. I could have waited, but no, I'm not going to wait. He's too scary. Okay, this is fine. I can deal with this. Cauldron. Sure. They may have the other combo in their deck now. They can start getting rid of our graveyard, which makes pre-war a lot less good. Another plow. I love it. Okay. So just pass here, and we have Felia in the end step. Okay, they have lots of mana. I am going to go ahead and Felia here. Let's go to my end step. Okay. That's fine. All right, this gives us Wrath of the Skies. So I'm going to wait for a turn cycle. Next turn, I can Wrath for a lot. They don't have Urza Saga. Okay, they're eating our plow. That's fine. Okay, they are making a construct. See what they get. I need a Wrath to get rid of this too. Hopefully we'll be tapped out, but they have a land drop. If they play a Pyro, they could get like the Pithing Needle. Oh, damn it! Oh, it's so dumb. I didn't think about that. They're going to name my Prismatic Vista. Yep, that was very smart. Okay, and now I just can't get my second planes. I'm so dumb. That was so dumb. That was such an own goal. All right, well, we have 2 options. Okay, so if I put this out, obviously they're just going to get it back into hand. So I can't... what do we do here? We could just get rid of this and just accept that we punted. Yeah, and then we still have plow up. Yeah, I'm going to do it. It was dumb. Like, who knows? It would have gotten something else, but still. Right. And now I don't have to get anything right now. I can just chill. So we're just trying to stop them from killing us. They forgot to use this. They probably should have used it. Goblin Engineer is a pain. I'm going to let it put whatever they want in the graveyard. No, wait. If I let them do this, then they can make this infinitely large, I believe. And then, like... Yeah, with the ability on the stack, I guess I could plow that, and then I just Wrath and kill this, and it won't matter. Let's see what they get. I think they get the thing that combos with Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Yeah, because they can make it like arbitrarily large amount of life, and they'll just never die. Okay, I'll just do that. Okay, if you would like to activate, then I will plow there. I'm just going to go ahead and plow here. Then I'm going to blow all that stuff away next turn with my Wrath. Okay, so now they can put it on this, but I don't believe it matters. Like, they can make it really big, but it doesn't matter because I'm about to Wrath their board. And I have to do that, unfortunately. Yeah, mistakes were made. Like, that Prismatic Ending would have been really clutch there if I still had it. We'll see if they can kill me. They have a lot of mana. They could just play the thing. Okay, that's a good card that I can't interact with, unfortunately. And that would be, like, would have loved to hold my Wrath for another turn or 2. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. We do have... Oh, we just get Felia back. That seems good. And then I hold up Consign. Okay, so we have a dog. She's going to wreak havoc. That is more important than pondering for a land drop. She's a 4/4 Vigilance. If this crashes in, I will kill it. I can stop, a lot of things here. They've been an Engineer. Interesting. Why been an Engineer? It's so good. Wait. No, they didn't ban an Engineer. That was already in there. Another one of these. Unfortunately, it's going to happen. Another one. Okay, well, that's not good. I need to find another Wrath really badly now. Opting not to attack. Okay, I could just emergency brainstorm here for momentum. I can shuffle away one of those cards. I think I'm just going to be strong. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and brainstorm. They could have Pyro as their last card. I just need to find a Wrath really badly. If I find it, okay, they do have that, which sucks, obviously. I want to fetch first and get an island, and then I want to ponder because I might want to keep all the cards. Yeah, so let's do this. I still have consign up. So I can consign both of these triggers next turn. I can blink one of these. I can consign both of these triggers. I can consign all three of these triggers. That's good. That's good. That's what I'll do. And then I will take these cards. I'm just trying to think of like, yeah, because this doesn't make, yeah, it's going to be a total blowout. And it's going to happen after they draw though. Okay, so I will take the ending, I guess. I'll take the brainstorm. It's the most flexible. And then I am going to attack and just blink one of these out of existence. They can take the damage if they'd like. I've still got 10 minutes. I can play calm. For some reason, I thought I was like way lower in time, but I've been playing pretty efficiently. I'm proud of myself. Okay, so let's go to this. All these triggers go on the stack at the same time. Okay, so we're going to target this first. Now we're going to replicate. So the replicate happens. First one is going to target the Saga. Second one is going to target this. So this just dies. They don't get to do the discard thing, and their Sagas can't make constructs. Pretty good. Pretty good. You got one card. Okay, and because they're not going to have a lot of artifacts, even if they make a dude, it's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and attack in. Get rid of this. Take it. I am going to go ahead and just brainstorm here. I want to find something good to do. Like another consign. Oh, prismatic ending. Another island. I think I just play island and hold up. I could just prismatic ending right now. No, I can't prismatic ending that because it's 3. Yeah, I think I just take this. I mean, Aegis will kill their creature. I'll play a land for turn, I guess. I'm not sure what they're going to get here. Gosh, this has been an insane set. Oh, they can't make the construct. That's right. They can search. Man, if they have the freaking combo after all this, I'll be so sad. I did my best. I have prismatic ending, but they have so much mana that they could just get grindstone and then play it out, and they could even arena of glory to get the mana. Grinding me. That is very good for me. Okay, they got rid of a Wrath, a Dress Down, a lot of good stuff. But they got rid of the cards that I didn't want, which is kind of nice. Okay, so I'm just going to chill. Stoneforge. Is there even anything to get? I think the sword's still in there. I'm gonna Stoneforge first. I'm gonna brainstorm first. No, I'll Stoneforge first. Let's get the Meteor Sword. Let's attack. Blink Stoneforge. That's just to grow this. It doesn't actually have any merit. If we can find a prismatic ending, I want it. Consign is pretty damn good. Yeah, I think Consign. I'll put these back. Hold the Consign, and we're extra ready. Oh wait, we're gonna shuffle. Yeah, this is great. So yes, I want to use the ability to shuffle. Okay, and that would have given them an extra mill there too. Come on, play it. I want to counter it. Okay, they're just milling me. It's fine. I'm gonna keep beating them down. All right, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna equip this over here so that I can get extra damage. And so I can attack and also have Meteor Sword up. This will come back as the thing. I'm just not going to target anything. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm just not going to target anything. I don't care. Because I don't want to take this out and then have them kill this in combat. That would be an embarrassing mistake. So now I have Meteor Sword and I have Consign with Kicker. I can't imagine how I lose from here. I wouldn't be surprised if they had a bunch of Pyroblasts in hand. Okay, land. Welder. This does not save them. They could have made it hasty. They didn't. All right, that works. Oh, wait, they could copy. They could copy. But they don't have anything super useful to bring back. I should have gone ahead and Meteor Sworded when that happened. So I'm going to end second main. Actually, I can just Meteor Sword if they target it. And then I believe they're dead. And what I can do, they target it. It gets haste. Yeah, I think I just hold this up. I think as long as I'm holding it up, they can't do anything. I'll go ahead and play that out. And I just blink here, and then when they go to make a copy, I put the meteor sword in, and they die. I think that's how that works. We do this. They could untimely malfunction this. I think that's the only thing they could do here. That would be like an insane final card to have. They do have it. They have it. Okay. So what is going to happen is they're going to target something else. And it's going to be mighty tempting to just consign the meteor sword's trigger. The meteor sword's targeting that. I should have probably just put this in earlier. This is an activated ability. So they will be able to double block, and then they could just draw. But if I just let this happen, it's not that big of a deal. I still have consign up. What can they bring back from the graveyard that could screw me? Okay, so hear me out. If we just consign this trigger, then they still have to block most likely. They don't necessarily have to double block. They can just block with one, and then they can make a copy next turn. It's brutal. It's brutal. Let's think about this. So I think they bring back Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Can they exile this? Does this come from the graveyard? Sacrifice? No. They can bring this back. Yeah. If I can sign this, they're still going to have a welder, but it's only till the end step. They will have to block with that one, and then they'll still have this, and I think they can still win. Gosh, that card's so strong. I think it's safer to just let it go here, but yeah, I'm going to let it go. That's embarrassing. Okay, they copy that. They can just block with the copy here. That gets warped out. They block with the copy. They may swap this grindstone with something else, like an Agatha's Soul Cauldron, but they've already used their thing, and it's not going to remain exiled underneath this. Gosh, that untimely malfunction was such a clutch card. I mean, there's probably a way I could have played around it. I was thinking, what could they even have? And then it wasn't until after I'd chosen this line that I realized, oh, that's what they could add. Let's just do this, I guess. Just equip here. Does it even matter? I'll just be able to consign for like infinity here. I think that's probably better. Okay, so they have to... This is going to come back, and then they can copy it again every turn, and they can block indefinitely. I think I have to consign this coming back. But then, like, literally anything they draw, like a Fury, kills me. All right. I don't think that this... Like, how do we ever get through this? I'm not sure. I have to just be patient. Actually, I'm not going to be patient. I'm just going to consign this trigger because I don't want them to have that back. And now they can draw exactly like a lot of cards and survive. But if they just draw like a land or something, we're fine. If they draw another Fable is very good. They can start copying that. But like, I wouldn't have been able to stop that anyway. Okay. So I'm going to fetch the thing and get an island out of my deck. Or I'll get the final planes if it's still in there. I've got plenty of life. I'm not worried about my life total. Worried about my time. Okay. So what could I draw here? Solitude would be insane because then I could just take out Reflection. They are copying now. That's fine. Okay, Ponder. Let's go find a Solitude here. Okay, there's Solitude and a Consign. Those are both excellent cards. I'll take the Solitude now. And then I will go ahead and equip here. If I equip, that means I don't have enough for Solitude. They could double block here. I think I just let it go and then I Solitude in their turn. Yeah, okay. Let's just wait. Maybe I should Solitude this. I'll Solitude this now. They can dig. They may be able to find it. I think I punted because now they just use this ability to sift through until they find the thing. This will die and they'll have this, but like, yeah, they can grindstone me probably. I think I totally punted. Yeah, I played really tight until the end. Yeah, they said, this has been a fun match. GG's. I totally punted that. I feel embarrassed. I'm still going to publish it, but like, my goodness, what a punt. What a freaking disaster. So what I should have done is held the Solitude, but then they could have just copied, so it didn't really matter. If I'd equipped the Meteor Sword and attacked, they would have just chumped it. Didn't matter. So like basically like I think what I needed to do was put the sword in earlier and then start Felia flickering it. But I think I thought I had more control over the situation than I actually did because the Meteor Sword was in my hand, but it became clear that like, oh, they were actually going to like value it their way out of it. Yeah, I'm really embarrassed I lost that game. It's not a great matchup, but still, like I think that was definitely winnable. Round 4, after a devastating loss to Painter, which was probably preventable. I mean, I learned a tremendous amount. First of all, I think my sideboard strategy was great, just taking out all the blue. But ultimately, they were able to wiggle out. And it's because I probably just mistimed the usage of the Meteor Sword. So this hand has a lot of equipment in it, but it does have both of our colors. Brainstorm puts these right back in our deck. We do have a third equipment if we do manage to draw one of these. We're up against Critical Control. We have a Plow for that. I like to get Tamio out immediately and just start getting value against this deck. They do have a lot of mana dorks or like small creatures that attack. So Tamio can keep them at bay for a little bit. If they kill Tamio somehow, which they don't play a lot of removal, we can just bring her back. But the main thing that's keeping me with this hand is these lands right here. And the fact that we have a Plow. If we are able to unload our hand, then we have Riddler to rebuild. I'm very excited to be playing 3 Wraths. It's been super good so far in the league. Okay, they're keeping... Whenever you can start Island Tamio, you should. And I think it's as simple as that. There's no thought required. The card is overpowered. Misty, fetch. Bayou. Snuff out. Love it. That is fine. She will return. Avengers will return, right? Okay, and then Ignoble Hierarch. I'm actually not going to go after the Mana Dorks here. Because if they attract that, I can stop that. Brainstorm is nice. I want to shuffle these away. Let's see if we can get lucky and find a land. A fetch land. We do! Holy cow, that's so good. All right, so let's get rid of this for sure. And I actually think I'm going to keep the pre-war around. Get rid of this land. And then I'm just going to go ahead and deploy a second Tamio here. Am I? Yeah, I'm going to deploy a second Tamio. I don't have pre-war, or I don't have Wrath in my main deck, so I don't need to worry too much as long as I have a second path to a Plains. That Brainstorm was such a clutch draw. And I actually really want them to kill this Tamio. Like, use your other Snuff out. Use some cards on her so I can bring her back. But if I flip her, then I can pre-war and get her back. But, you know. Stitcher Supplier. Okay, so they're on the Hogaak deck. Well, I'm going to plow the heck out of Hogaak. They did not find Hogaak. They have a lot of X1s that don't hit Tamio. But like, I guess this can technically hit Tamio. If I want to keep Hogaak from arriving, I could plow here, but I don't think it's correct. So... options. I think we just attack, and they could have Bowmaster, and I could bait the Bowmaster with the Clue Crack. Clue Crack might also yield a cantrip that I can use. Okay, Bowmaster baited. Sorry for the... that was like literal... that was not intentional. Sorry. I know it's a family-friendly thing. It's just like a super awkward name. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll take the ping here. And then I'm going to just fetch, and I am going to plow this out of existence. And then we're going to hope that they don't find Hogaak. Like, they don't have any immediate way to kill this, but I don't want to give them any value for Bowmaster. Yeah, and then we get a card, and it is another plow. Holy cow. Now, if they find Cabal Therapy, it's going to be pretty catastrophic because they're going to be able to take our Riddler and our plow. And our pre-war does nothing currently. Please don't find a Cabal Therapy. I don't know how many Cabal Therapies they play. This is a newer list. It used to be people were playing like black-green Pox, but now they're like, oh, we can just... oh, do they have a Hogaak from hand? It looks like it. That's fine with me. I'm ready. Okay, so we'll just get rid of that. And sure, I'll take 2. And I might be able to get down low enough, depending on what I draw, to get some Riddler action going. Like, I wanted to get two cards. They're down to 1 card in hand, which is great for me, because this board is not inspiring at all, aside from Hogaak. Force. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. By Hogaak. Okay, and now I'll just come across, and I'm just going to go ahead and crack the clue now. Yeah, I'm so close to being able to get 2 cards off Riddler, but I do want to get 2 cards off Riddler. Okay, this is fine. This means I can actually hardcast Riddler if I want to. I'm not ready if they have like some other insane card. Like if they can just bin a Hogaak right now, but they actually don't. They can't spend mana, so they won't be able to use their graveyard enough. They kept... what is their top card? Hopefully it's something that kills this. They're coming in for 2. Oh, what is this? There's the Bowmaster. So if I force here, I don't have anything going on, but I don't have to worry about Bowmaster, which completely solos my deck. Yeah, I mean, I can keep drawing. I think it's worth it. I just don't want to deal with this card. It's like the best card in their deck against me. Do you have the Veil? No, you don't have the Veil. Okay, that's good. So we'll just take 2 here. And we'll continue to crack clues. It is a bummer that I had to get rid of that. Oh, Wasteland. Love it. Love those Wastelands. All right, let's take a natural draw. It is yet another land. Our deck is just hooking us up with as many lands as it can right now, which is fine. Let's see if we can draw something. Do this now. Okay, Ponder. That flips. That's good. And I'm going to shuffle before, but actually I could. Yeah, I want to keep. So I could shuffle and keep. Like, I'm looking for like a plow for this probably. Stoneforge and Riddler. Holy cow, I want Riddler now. I'll just warp him and then I'll play him next turn. Unfortunately, because I did not do the thing that I'm supposed to do, where I fetched before. I mean, if I fetched before, I wouldn't see these cards. But yeah, I'm just going to get Riddler now because it's insane. Okay, and so this is going to flip. And then I will just plus it. And I am going to go ahead and just Riddle now. Oh, yeah, we'll get a card. That's fine. I'll get an extra card while they're Hellbent. And then next turn I can go get the planes. And hopefully bring this out. But we have to make sure they don't have a... okay, Solitude is great. Solitude is solid. We can just cast that next turn. Get whatever attackers are all far back. Right, they're attacking for 2. Please don't have another Bowmaster. I will actually Solitude the Bowmaster, pitching the pre-war form war if they have one. I just don't want to deal with it. I want to get my Riddler out and draw my cards and be my blue-white deck. Okay, Tomio is distracting them. This is a White of the Reliquary, which will be a perfect card to Solitude next turn. Okay, it's pretty big. They'll gain some life. Oh, it's not that big. So unfortunately, I do think that it's correct to just go ahead and get this off the table and not risk it. And now they're, just top decking, basically. This is where you want your opponent when you're a control deck. Board is stable. They attack with Tissue Supplier. It could put something good in the graveyard, but I'll probably still block it. I'm not afraid. All right, they can't Hogaak yet. They could waste their own land to Hogaak. Okay, they have a card that they want to keep. I think I'm just going to... I am going to attack here, and it's fine if they kill it. I just want to know before I put the Riddler on the stack whether they are going to Bowmaster me. They might have Bowmaster here. How catastrophic is it? I think I'm just going to go get the sword and just chill another turn on Riddler. Actually, I could Riddle now. No, I won't be low enough in cards. I could just not use the ability, but I'm not going to do that. Let's go get the sword. Wait, Aegis actually can take out a creature. Aegis can take out the Orc army. And I can just cast that this turn and be mana efficient. I think I'll do that. And then let's just get rid of this when this enters or dies. Okay, so I don't think they're going to be able to clear this. I think I just take this out. Yeah, so they don't get a trigger later. Okay. And then you can keep the Orc army and you can keep attacking Tomio if you'd like. I can even throw this in front because I can regrow it next turn. I just don't want to make their Bowmaster blow me out. That would suck. All right. So against this deck, Wrath of the Skies, get in the deck. Prismatic Ending, get in the deck. Force Negation isn't good enough. Dress Down doesn't really do a lot. It does some stuff, but I don't think it's worth it. I mean, it can show up Bowmasters for a turn, but I don't think that's where we want to be. I want to take out some Riddlers. Do I want to take out more Riddlers? Like I'm increasingly convinced that Riddler is really good against like the blue mirrors, and you don't want it against the Bowmaster. Well, obviously it's bad against Bowmasters. Yeah, I mean, it seems weird to take it out, but like these cards we're bringing in are so good, and I'm just fine taking my time. Like again, I'm really embarrassed that I lost against Painter. I learned a lot. I'm still learning the deck, but I do feel like my sideboard strategy is going in the right direction. This is a snap keep, in my humble opinion. The fact that we have all the mana we need, Force doesn't have anything to go with it, but Felia is great. We've got 2 other removal spells if we need them. Okay, Once Upon a Time is fine. Orcish Bowmasters. There's a Stitcher Supplier. Let's see what they flip. They flip Sylvan Safekeeper. I'm not sad about that. I can't stand that card. Luckily, we have Wrath here, so I think if we get a cantrip, I'm going to cast it rather than waiting around for Force. Okay, that is a snap. And not a snapcaster. Okay, and then next turn we have Felia. If they cast the Bowmaster, they may try to time it around our Clue Crack, so we can just wait, and we can also hold up Felia if that's better. We have Hogaak answered. Okay, if they therapy, that's actually really nasty. Bowmaster's main phase. Okay, it might be worth just ending that. I think I might end the Stitcher Supplier, but I can't do that this turn because I do want to get Felia out. They may make the mistake of attacking into a Felia, but I would like to have a blue card to go with Force to ensure. Oh, they're just going to go for this? Yeah. Okay, well, that sucks. So, what am I doing here? I mean, I'm definitely solituding it unless I draw Plow. Yeah, and drawing the backup Felia like pretty much cements it. That's like what needs to happen. What else am I doing though? Do I want to get rid of the Bowmaster again? I might want to get rid of Stitcher Supplier just because it refills the graveyard. But yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Do this main phase just to see what happens. Like they're tapped out. I don't believe they can do anything about this. They gain a bunch of life. I'm just gonna attack and I'm gonna hold up Felia. I don't think their deck has a ton of removal. They probably have Snuff Out. I think they may have actually cast Snuff Out on us in game 1. If they have a second Bowmaster, they may be able to Bowmaster and kill Felia. Okay, they're fetching. If they have another Hogaak, it's going to be trouble. Grist. Yeah, that sucks. So they could sack their Stitcher Supplier and kill my Tamio. And that might reveal some good stuff. Okay, so let's see what they trigger here. Do they find a Hogaak? I can't necessarily answer a Hogaak. They find a white and a Wasteland. Okay, this is dead. Come on, attack me. You know you want to. Oh no. They have another one from hand. All right, well, the good news is I can blink this out of the way and then kill Grist, at least. And then I just take a big crack. It's not the end of the world. So I guess they're on like 4x. All right, let's grab our planes. And doggy time. Force. So I think we probably want to just end the Bowmaster here. I attack, I blink this out of the way, I kill this, and then I can end the Bowmaster. I can't stop this from coming back. I don't have Consign in my deck. So they are going to be able to hit me for 8 next turn, unfortunately. If they have Snuff Out, I will force it here. Because like I've got nothing going on, basically. If this Grist sticks around, it's catastrophic. The Hogaak is annoying, but the Grist is what's really screwing me here. All right, and this will free my Clue. And reduce the total amount of power a little bit. I don't think Moonshadow is worth the force. Pachuca Bog hitting my graveyard doesn't make any difference at all to me. I just need to find a Plow, and then I think I'll be okay. I'll probably be able to stabilize. I'm going to go ahead and fetch. No. If I fetch the Thin, then like I need to see what I'm going to draw with this Clue. But like the only thing that I could draw that would matter would be, because like let's say I exile this. They're still hitting me for max. Let's take our draw here. Come on, Plow. Stoneforge is actually okay. However, I don't think it's good enough because we're going to die. So let's think about this. We Stoneforge. We can't block Moonshadow. We can exile this, but then let's see, Moonshadow plus this. If they have anything they can put in their graveyard, we're dead, even if we block. I think it's better to just try to draw a Solitude or a Plow. And if I'm trying to draw those, I guess I could Brainstorm. Yeah, I'll keep, well, I'm going to have to, yeah, I'll just do this. See what I draw. Such a clutch freaking draw. Holy cow. That's insane. That was so lucky. All right, and this is dies. I don't think this triggers this. Let's go ahead and attack here, and that'll go away. And we Plow. And then we're just facing Moonshadow and no cards. And we have a Force, and we have Tamio Recursion. Or, sorry, we have Stoneforge Recursion, and we'll just get our gear, and we'll just beat them down. Okay, yeah, I'm feeling very good now. So they would have to have the most epic of Moonshadow turns here. So Stoneforge comes down. We'll just go get the sword. We'll start blowing up their stuff. Unfortunately, if I force like a creature, it is going to go to the graveyard and grow the Moonshadow. Maybe it's just a land. If it's a Bowmaster, I'm going to be so tilted. I'm so sick of dealing with Bowmasters. White, that has to be forced, unfortunately. It's too good. Because it'll be a couple turns before I can kill that thing. I can reset this if I want to when I attack, but I'm just going to Stoneforge. They're going to have to do a lot to get this big enough to kill me. Okay, another Stoneforge. That's good. So I'm just going to get the sword because it can kill this thing. I get the sword, and then if they kill it, I've just got the other one, and it can bring the other one back. I think sword is better. Wait, it becomes a copy. It doesn't enter, so I get a 7/7. I think this is better. All right, and then I will just go ahead and attack, and I'll blink this. I guess it's not too big of a deal. I'll get both. Yeah, I'd like to have a 7/7 menace, please. All right, so we just need to not die for like basically one attack, and then I think we'll be good. I will get the Meteor Sword here. They could have Cabal Therapy, and they could just like take both of these out of our hand. They could also just play some Must Answer Threat where we have to take one more attack from this. Lucky. Pre-war, we drew that. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so I think we just play the sword out, and then we can blow this stuff up. Like, there's no point in blinking this. What could they have? They could have like a Bowmaster Instep, and then I just have this to block, and I take one, and then they attack. If they drew another Bowmaster, then I might die, actually. Yeah, I might want to just wait and just Aegis during their turn. Oh, yeah, if I blink, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this now. Yeah, it would be cool to turn this into a 7/7, but I think that's incorrect, frankly. Okay, so that's dead. It sees itself die. That's nice. Okay, and now we're going to go across, and I'll just blink the sword. That'll come back, and that'll take out... I'll start taking out their Bayous. And we are vulnerable to like a haste threat that could absolutely swoop in and just destroy us here. Bowmasters would ping us, and we'd go to 1. And if they had 2 Bowmasters, then we'd go to dead. So hopefully that's not what they have. They said, GG's. Okay, that was clean. We didn't even... did we lose a game? I think we may have 2-0'd that. Yeah, no time to play it out. Well played. Thanks. You too. Okay, they said, well played, and I told them, well played. I think they did play correctly. I'm just not sure about the deck. It's a new deck. It'll be interesting to see whether it sticks. We would be so close to a trophy league if I hadn't screwed up that painter match. Bottom round, we're maybe up against the Ocelot Pride deck. His hand is fine. It's got both our colors. It's got a Force. It's got Solitude. I love me some free spells. I love their flexibility. If we don't have to use these early on, I mean, the main thing is this has both colors. Again, I'm going to keep reassuring you all that like I do believe we can get there without Fabled Passage. If we are just willing to mulligan a little bit more. I've had so many hands ruined by Fabled Passage. Like turn 1 Tomio, if this Fabled Passage, or like it really screws up your curve. I don't need to turn 1 Ponder. I don't know what I'm up against. I'm going to play this. This is ambiguous as to what we were on. This is punished by Stifle, but I'm just going to keep it there. I'm definitely fetching up Plains, but I don't want to show them that. And I know I'm talking a lot about my hands that I keep. I think it's going to become more automatic with time. Okay. Thoughtseize. That is final allow it. They'll probably take the Ponder. Force is not good against their deck. I'll definitely be taking him out. We're just going to become a white deck again. So it is cool. The deck is like half blue, half white, and then it's just like blue-white traditionally. You just swap out the half that you don't need. Oh, that's so good. It's very good against them. All right. And if we absolutely need to remove a creature, we can with Solitude. They're maybe going to exile this, so maybe pre-war won't do anything. If we see like a Plow... Oh, come on. Come on, don't do this to me. How many Caracases are in your deck? I bet you it's only 1. Okay, well, yep, that's fine. This has to die. I'm not sure how I'm going to kill it yet, but I have a turn to think about it. If I get a Brainstorm, I would love to... Oh, that's not terrible. It's good. I'm going to go ahead and get the white. I need to get the white anyway, and then I'll Ponder, and then I can keep the cards that are good. We need to find a Plow. Fortunately, these cards don't do anything. They're actually terrible because this freaking Caracas... There's our deck just has 0 answer to it. Our answer is to, okay, I guess we'll win without legendary creatures. Here, I do need the Solitude because if they play an Ocelot Pride, it'll see it. This is the card that you have to stop, by the way. There are lots of cards in their deck that are very scary, but this is the most scary. With experience, you will find that this is... And I would normally play this out to deny them mana, It does take us off force, and they know it because we've done all cards revealed so far. I think I am going to go ahead and play it out just to deny the mana potentially. I don't think we're going to be forcing anything because if they tap out, like I guess if they have 3 mana, they could like potentially. The scariest thing their deck can do is Raptor after you've dealt with the guide. I can't wait to go to the sideboard games. I'm going to take Tommy out of my... Oh, she's so good, though, if you flip her against their deck. Okay, they don't have red. Therapy, they know what's in my hand, so they can get both of these cards if they want. If they play a Johnny, I'll just scoop. I don't want to play against a Johnny. They name the Solitude. Oh, they named the Force, rather. Okay, they bounce that back to our hand. Okay, that's it. All right, so I could draw Brainstorm here. Let's play this out and we'll pass. They haven't killed us yet, but it will happen. If they therapy me, I can at least Solitude something. But like therapy is going to be extra super duper annoying here. They don't know that I have a white card. So if they play a Johnny Halia Guided by Light, they can bounce that back to their hand if they'd like. It will start drawing them extra cards. I don't think that ability triggers. Oh, it's so good. Right. And I can't do anything about this, unfortunately. They can therapy, and then I have to Solitude when they therapy. And I think they will do it. This is going to draw them a card necessarily. So here, this will flip. If I Solitude, they can Crocus it back to hand and just replay it later. But like they're going to name Solitude anyway. So there's nothing to be done here. The good news is I will likely be able to attack and create a clue. I'm looking for the bright side. Yeah, it's just a matter of time. Unfortunately, this Crocus is just insane against us. And that's one of the reasons why I was like, oh, I should play Wasteland. And I did play Wasteland in the previous builds of the deck, but like it just feels so janky against anything but Crocus. Like literally the only card I care about is Crocus. What? They let that go? Holy cow. That's great for me. Okay, like, damn. Why didn't you just Crocus that back to your hand and you could have tried again the next turn? Are you really that scared of my Tomio? I'm hellbent, dude. Okay, that's fine. Oh, they're going to do this. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. I guess I'm not going to get a clue. But like that thing that just died, like they gained tons of life. They're going to get a card. They might get a card every turn, depending on what they draw. But Johnny is so good that like I would just keep trying every turn to stick it. Okay. This warps out. They get some life, or they get a card. They've got 3 cards in their grip. Come on, good card. I'm done. I trust me. We're not going to win. Okay, so this is a horrific matchup. I just got completely destroyed by this matchup at the Buffalo Chicken Dip. So we didn't see Bread at all, but it's probably in there. But I do know that Wrath comes in and Prismatic Ending comes in. Felia is pretty important here, but she is completely soloed by Caracas. We have to get Riddler up in the sky. I mean, like, Tommy was great because we flip her and then suddenly Crocus doesn't matter and their deck just struggles to get combat damage through. It's really beautiful, except when you're on the other side of it, as I've been many times with my Ocelot Pride builds. Force Negation comes out. I think Dress Down probably comes out. Like, I mean, obviously they're a creature deck. It seems really relevant. I think I trim on Felia and Tomio, but I don't completely remove them. How aggressively do I trim? I think like basically I'm just a Wrath of the Skies deck now. Is how I'm kind of looking at it. I mean, I could just take Felia, like Tomio is 1 mana commitment, but like Felia being a 2 mana commitment and like she can't flip. Like I just want to take her out completely. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. Like I just don't want Felia against a Crocus deck. It's like so bad. And Felia is almost always going to die in combat because they have tons of blockers. I'm going to try it this way. Again, this is like my worst matchup total. Like this is literally the worst matchup. I think we lost to Dredge and that's might actually be like a better matchup than what we're up against right now. Because Dredge, you can at least like, they have a fail rate and stuff. The deck we're up against will just win eventually. Like there's nothing you can do to stop it. Every turn they're going to draw. Maybe it's a land, but it's almost certainly like some sort of banger that just completely screws your deck, like Bowmasters. Yeah. So we'll see. And this is the deck. This is the reason I went up to 3 Wraths. And they may not draw Caracas and I'll feel like a fool. But again, I don't think Felia is super good here just because they have like first strike blockers and stuff. She's never going to get big. Okay. This is an easy mulligan. Even though I like these cards, it's just like I'm not going to trust a Brainstorm to get me there. This is a better hand. So we'll put back a Riddler. No, wait. Yeah, I'm gonna put back. I mean, I can warp the Riddle out, and then they can't kill it. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's probably better than a land, and I will almost certainly draw lands as we go. I might even instep Brainstorm. I think I probably should have put back Brainstorm if that's what I was planning to do. Okay, so I'll almost certainly just fetch the planes here, plow, and then I'm gonna start riddling. And the Riddler being safe from their discard is really important. You're spiriting Riddler over to the warp zone where he can't be discarded. Ugh! Please don't name freaking Riddler. Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, that's lucky. Please don't have like a 0-drop or something. I mean, I have to get these Riddlers out of my hand stat now. I wouldn't mind drawing a land, so I won't crack yet. Okay, Brainstorm. Unfortunately, they're likely to name Brainstorm. My options include brainstorming to dramatically change the texture of my hand, and that will probably also mean I can hold on to a Brainstorm. Riddling and knowing that they're almost certainly just going to take one of my Riddlers next turn because it'll still be in my hand. I think it might actually be better to Brainstorm proactively here. Oh, that's pretty good. So if we're willing to go off white, which is desperate, I can play out a Tomio, and then I just pawn her next turn. They don't know about the Prismatic Ending, and it's practically as good as a plow. I think I'm going to put back one of the Riddlers, and then I'm going to go ahead and, I want to get white. Believe me, I want to get white, but there's, Tomio is too good of a card against this deck to ignore. Even if they get, the Guide, Onslaught Pride combo going, Tomio can trump that. Sorry, I used that word. She can basically beat that pretty deterministically, in my humble opinion. Okay, Bowmasters is annoying to the max right here, and they proactively played it out. They're probably going to go ahead and therapy me as well. Yeah, they're playing really well. Having one of the best decks in the format and playing very well. Definitely brutal on our budget deck. Over here, they named Plow. I don't have Plow. That's nice. So they whiffed. Okay, so unfortunately, the Brainstorm is going to flip, but she'll get pinged down. So we need a white source. Come on, white source. Holy guacamole, that's so lucky. So freaking lucky. Do you have Solitude? You better have Solitude, friend. I just got incredible luck. Let's Brainstorm here. All right. Gosh, I don't even know where to begin. That was just insane. Okay, so let's put back... I don't want this island ever. I don't want to put back a Riddler. No, I actually don't mind the island. I'm going to put back both my Riddlers because they know that I have two Riddlers in hand, right? No, they know I have a Riddler. I don't think they're going to name Ponder. Yeah, and then I'll just island, and then the next turn I will I'll be able to riddle 2 turns in a row. So the scariest thing they could do is just play another Bowmasters at this point, or a Prismatic Ending if they play it. Voice of Victory is annoying too because that does disrupt. Oh, and Guided Souls. Wow. Okay, well it's definitely still a ball game. These can attack in, and these give energy. So we have to clear this, unfortunately. So I am going to go ahead and fetch away one of the Riddlers, and I'm going to ponder and just maximize the likelihood of finding a Plow or a Prismatic Ending, or a Wrath would be probably not actually enough right now. We need to wait a turn because they'll get, if they cast this spell, they can kill our Felia or our Tomio here. So we have currently 2. I do want to get a second Plains out for Wrath. Okay, let's go ahead and try pondering here. I could just regrow a Prismatic Ending and end that. No, end that. I don't know that I want to do that because then we're dead to just Guide attacking. If I find a Plow, I can do that line. Prismatic Ending is probably fine. Stoneforge is probably fine. Yeah, and I don't need these lands. So I'll just Stoneforge, and we'll go get... I'm just going to Stoneforge, and I'm going to go get... Oh, I will... this can block... Yeah, I am going to have to plus here. Let's get Pre-War of the Killer, Assimilation, Aegis. They have that energy thing. I think I have to get Meteor Sword. But they could remover, but if they remove her, it's almost certainly using exile-based removal. So yeah, I'll get the Meteor Sword. I'll plus here. I can block one of them if they don't get flight. Now, all they need to do to get flight is play any creature, and they have flight on one of their dudes. Another voice. Okay, so this is pretty catastrophic. We have to kill the guy ASAP. Tommy is not going to be able to keep up here. So they get to give one of these creatures. They're going to hit for a lot. I will block one of them. They're down to 2 cards, though. And we're going to be able to Meteor Sword one of these things. They're putting on that, so I'm going to definitely Meteor Sword that one. So I'll block here. Tommy loses 3 loyalty. Oh, no, if they have freaking Bowmasters, they can Bowmaster Ping and finish this off, and then I can't Meteor Sword. Okay, good. It's just a Surveil. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have blocked. I probably should have just let her take the extra damage, just out of respect for Bowmasters. Okay, so this goes away. All right. So now, Brainstorm. I think it's probably worth brainstorming here. Let's think about this. Yeah, because we could find a fetch. We could find a lot of things. I'm going to brainstorm. Like, I really am just looking for any removal spell. Okay, there we go. So now I don't need... Wait, I haven't made a land drop yet. I'm not going to riddle this turn. I could riddle this turn. So I could plow. No, I have to Meteor Sword and plow. I don't think I have the mana. Let's see. 1, 2. I don't think that's correct. See. Okay, let's think about this for a second. So we play the land, and then we activate Meteor Sword. We kill this. We plow this. This is not of consequence anymore because it's just hitting her for 2. Force doesn't do anything here. I really want to shuffle it away. And I think I actually am going to warp the Riddler here. Oh, yeah, actually, I might be able to get 2 cards off Riddler. Check this out. So, boom. No, I don't have the mana, unfortunately, to riddle and to plow. I'm going to go ahead and do this. We'll kill this. I'll plus. I do have to plow now, unfortunately. Yeah, hopefully they don't have a therapy or really any discard. I shouldn't have this in my hand right now. I miscounted. It's very amateurish, especially considering I took like several minutes to resolve that. Like I took like 2 or 3 minutes to resolve that Brainstorm. They are 1 mana away from bringing back this Voice of Victory, and then they've got double attackers on Tomio, which will erase her. Okay, so they can attack for 2 on Tomio here. So these go at Tomio, I presume. Once we have Riddler, it won't be that big of a deal. I am a little bit worried that they just have a Bowmaster here. Are they going to bring her back? This is... You don't have to do this main phase, though. Okay, they are bringing back a voice. Okay. So now their voices are going to die whenever they attack. So options. I could just not warp the Riddler, or I could warp the Riddler instead of... no, I'm just going to go ahead and play them out. They give me a window, and I'll get 3 cards, or 2 cards off this. And one of them is a Force, which doesn't actually help me here. Solitude would be super chill if I had a little bit more blocking power. So I just need to dodge like a plow here, and I can keep Tomio alive for a little longer. This is a 4/4, by the way. So, yeah, it's pretty scary. If they have a plow, that's just GG. I can't interact on their turn. Also, they can use the query if it dies in combat. I think it'll be exiled. Yeah, it's just a copy. Pride. Very scary. I may have to regrow a plow, and then also I'll probably just cast a Solitude on one of them. Hopefully they get greedy thinking that like they have a line, but I don't think they do. Like bringing the creature that dies in combat back works. Okay, that's fine. Oh, they get the City's Blessings. So they are going to get to keep some of these in the end step, but it shouldn't matter if Tommy is still alive. And I think she will be. So let's go ahead and block here and block here. And then she takes 4. She drops to 1, but she's still alive. What's your last card? Damn it! That's so brutal. And I can't interact. That's like the perfect card for them to have, the last card. Okay. And now, I'm actually not even sure if we can win anymore. They have to sacrifice those, but they get more ones here, and they get an extra army. Right? Oh, that didn't trigger. That's so clutch, so lucky. Okay. So, here's what I have to do. I have to go ahead and get rid of this immediately. This card's a nightmare. So they can't generate, and then they attack, and they're going to die. All these are going to die. They won't have anything to bring back with the thing. They'll have to get lucky, and I'll be able to force whatever they draw. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'll just do this now. Bye-bye, Voice of Victory. You are a seriously annoying addition to the format. Like, I can't stand the card. Why? I'm not going to attack yet. I'm just going to wait a few more turns. Come on, Brick. If I have to force like a creature, they can just bring it back. It just sucks. But we will work through these. Okay, we got it. We got it. Holy cow. I can't believe they conceded, actually. I was like really worried. So I'm going to keep it the same way. Yeah, I like this sideboard configuration a lot. We didn't even draw Wrath, but Wrath would have just been GG there if we found it. So they didn't see it. They don't know that it's in our reach, in our range. All right, game 3 of our worst matchup. Don't freaking Thoughtseize me. I need this Wrath so bad. Damn it. They may actually take the Tamio, but the Wrath is what's really going to destroy them if the game goes long. If they have more discard, they may just take the Tamio now. I wish I could punish the fact that they're using their life total with this Thoughtseize, but the practical reality is like I'm never going to attack until I feel incredibly safe. Take the Tamio and let me draw another one. What? They took the Ponder. Okay, they must have freaking... that sucks. Yeah, they've almost certainly got Caracas. I will play this out. They want to burn a plow on it. They can. They did think a long time, so I'm hoping I'm putting them in a tough spot here. Yep, they have the Caracas. Halia. You sure you don't want to Caracas your Halia back to your hand? All right. Yeah. Well, she can be pitched to force, at least. Now they're going to slow roll their threats because they see the Wrath. And of course, we drew another Tamio. Well, I'm going to play her out and I'll pass. This has to get plains. We just have to basically buy time. Caracas is probably like one of in their deck, and it's just such a beating. I just, at the Buffalo Chicken Dip, I think I lost like every game where Caracas made an appearance. It's really brutal against this deck, but I don't think it warrants playing Wasteland because Wasteland just really messes up your mana and messes up your mulligans. And this is not a tempo deck by any means, right? I'm actually going to fetch in the end step because I don't want to draw any more land. I've got to fetch. I just don't want to get flooded. That's one way we lose. All right, they're not doing anything which is good for us, but that... Come on, deck! All right, well, I guess I need to play this out. They don't know that I have that plains. And then I have Dress Down, which might do something here, but they know about it. Yeah, they're just going to like basically amass like they mulligan a lot and stuff, but it's not going to matter. They're going to amass like really good cards. Also, Wrath destroys, so they can bring stuff back, even if I Wrath it away. Halia's back. That's fine. I'm not going to dress down her ability to gain a life. That's all they're going to do this turn. They may be able to just beat us to death with Halia because they can just Caracas her back. Okay, they're Caracasing that. That's fine. Yeah, like the Wrath is a lot less good when they know about it. So Thoughtseize is definitely pulling its weight here. Of course, we drew a freaking land. Oh my goodness. I need to actually get some non-land cards deck. I'm playing 19 lands and I'm risking like having to mulligan a lot more than like 20 or 21 like most control decks. And the reason is I don't want to get flooded. But according to my calculations, the odds of us flooding out like we are, it's like sub 30%, even at our very high lane count, which sub 30% is still kind of high. Yeah, this is fine. It doesn't actually matter. So they gain a life. They don't get a card though. That's the important thing. I just don't want them to get a bunch of cards. That's fine. They have a lot of pressure on the board. Actually, I could Wrath here and just get rid of both of these. I think that's the play, sadly. Yeah. I mean, I think they kind of punted. I'm going to Wrath. They knew about this. They must have like the reanimation land. I mean, this could do so much more, but frankly, like I just can't wait. Like I'll be taking 6 per turn cycle. It's going to be brutal. Now I can force... I mean, I can't stop the reanimation land, unfortunately, but I can force like Gaddis Holes, if that's what they've been holding. I can force into Johnny. Interesting, they opted to tap out of Caracas here. I think I have to force now. I don't have a good answer to this. Pitch a Tamio, and now they can play the actual thing that they wanted to play. Oh, that's a good card. I like that card. I respect that card. Okay, cool. So now they have a card draw engine, and they have tons of mana to use it. So we're going to have to race them. It's going to be pretty risky here. We have good draws, or we could just draw more land. Oh my goodness. I am seriously tempted to just like dress down to try to draw into action because we're just going to lose. Oh my goodness, we're going to lose so hard. What can I draw here? Like, I don't want to dress down. I'll probably just dress down on the end step, but it sucks to pass up another perfectly good turn because my deck gave me my 7th land. 7 lands and 45 cards. It's unlucky. And this is the matchup where we really need to not be lucky, and we really do need to draw a gas if we want to have a chance. Can you please just... Okay. Yeah, let's see. Do you have... If they have another staff, it's so devastating because they're going to get a free card here. Oh, they have the quarry. That's worth noting. Okay, so I'm going to go and just do this now. It doesn't get any better for me, sadly. This does deny them life gain, and yeah, this is Johnny's just going to be brutal. We need to find another Wrath, unfortunately. We do draw a plow. That's really good. So if they do something with Caracas, I can plow. I'm just going to block this. Okay, and now Halia warps out. This dies. Please tap that Caracas for a reason. Tap it for some reason so I can plow this thing. You know you want to put that back in my hand. Is there any reason to wait now that they've done that? Sorry, I just can't stand you, Johnny. You have to go. That was a huge rest down. I'm glad I held it. What are they? Oh, they're sacrificing it. I didn't realize you could do that. Just sacrificing so it's in their yard so they can bring it back. That's so brutal. So brutal. Yeah, that was a very smart opponent. I didn't know about that trick. I'd forgotten that it had that text. Sacrifice, add a mana of any color. All right, let's see. We've already got plenty of planes. I've got 8 minutes. I'm going to just in case I need it. Okay. Let's draw a freaking 5-drop, please, deck. Okay, thank you. Finally. Okay, so this is going to be really good. Check this out. This is maybe we're going to win. Maybe. I'm not fully confident at this. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's cast you. This flips. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's so good. Oh my goodness. And even if they do a bunch of stuff here, we can blow it away. They're down to 1 card. I think they probably bring Halia out of warp. And they probably play this equipment just in time for it all to die, including the staff. But they will get a trigger. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Halia's back. I'm not going to do anything until they have more. Oh, now they're going to get a cat. So now I'm definitely going to do it. They can't Caracas this out. Wasteland doesn't do anything against my deck. They do get the City's Blessing, and they do get 2 cats. Okay, well, I think Wrath is still worth it. Let's think about this. So, yeah, man, I need to stop that staff of the Storyteller. If they go ahead and draw a card, then they can't save Halia. If they save Halia, they can't draw a card. So, yeah, it's probably fine. I mean, saving Halia is still a problem that we have to deal with, but it's okay. I could Solitude now, and there's no way that's correct, though. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to Wrath because I have the 3 planes because I'm a genius. Okay, so by the way, that was tongue-in-cheek. I'm not a genius. As you've probably noticed from this league, I'm not a genius, not even close. Okay, especially that painter match. Okay, so here we're going to Wrath. I think actually, do I want to store energy for later? No, I'll just keep this fetch up for later. Not a big deal. 3 mana. Let's do this. When they Caracas, I can plow. But do I want to plow knowing that they're going to bring back this? Okay. So they opted to draw a card instead, which is totally fine. I'm not going to move. Boom, diggity. Double Wrath. All right, now we attack. And then when they bring back a Johnny, that's when we strike. And now we can start attacking because I don't think they have haste. But they do have the City's Blessing for the rest of the game. Wow, this is like a lean forward moment. I don't think I've ever beaten this deck before with this type of deck. Like, I played a really chill opponent. They're just on pure black-white. I haven't seen red at all, which is good in my humble opinion. You want to be decisive. So if they use this to get this back, they can't bounce it back to hand because it's legendary. The Crocus won't work on it. I think that's what they're probably thinking about doing. Okay, they fetch. They could bring back Voice of Victory, which I can't affect. That would be really annoying because I wouldn't be able to use my plow this turn cycle. Okay, so what are they bringing back? They're bringing back Clarion Conqueror. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and just plow this so they don't get any benefit from it. I don't care about Clarion Conqueror. I'll just Solitude him next turn. Okay, Clarion Conqueror. You got it. Like, I didn't even... I'm not concerned in the least about Tamio, frankly. And this should elicit a concession, I believe. 2 cards. Incredible. I just can't believe that this worked out the way it did. I'll just hold the force up. I'm not going to brainstorm because I need to be able to stop like a Bowmaster. If I do want to cast, if it's clear they don't have a Bowmaster, then I can brainstorm here. I think that the triple wrath is the way. No, thanks. Okay, so now I get to draw 2 cards. They do have the potential for a Bowmaster. Boom! I'm not going to draw. I'm just going to keep attacking them. I don't want to risk them killing me from here. Let's attack. Gain some life. They drop in life. I don't think there's any real risk of me dying from just a pawner here. And I get 2 cards. Prismatic Ending is definitely worth keeping. But yeah, actually, it's not that big a deal. I'll just shuffle. I'll take a land. Okay, I got Prismatic Ending. I got a land. Now, I think it's just minus and get a plow here. Oh no, I -7. I -7. No, what was I thinking? Oh, I accidentally -7. I'm into. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My freaking heart, dude. Oh. All right. Yeah, you get a Bowmaster, and that's fine. And I do not deserve to win here, but I'm going to just win real quick anyway, if you don't mind. I am so dumb. I meant to -3 to get a plow back. You heard me say I'm going to minus to get a plow, and I clicked -7. I'm telling my opponent that, and now I'm going to... I explained to my opponent what happened. Now I'm very cruelly casting this Solitude. Like, I had to draw a Solitude or a plow here. But I was so far ahead. Like, only a punt like that could cost me the game. And cost me the game it would have. I would have drawn enough to die. Good games. I'm sorry. That's got to be tilting that I just brainstormed into the solution after they very patiently played. But I was very far ahead. And in paper, I would have never made that mistake. It was just like okay, that was a 4-1. Not the tightest of play, but this was a great exploration. I don't think I'm going to go back to Fabled Passage. I think this is fine. I was really worried, but like if you look at the mana composition, we're almost never doing anything with white on turn 1. Sometimes you want to be able to plow, but like you just need your island, and then you kick off all your cantrips to find your planes. So there were lots of wastelands that just sat there unused. That felt good. I'm going to continue to play tighter, I think, but like Wrath of the Skies has just absolutely proven its worth in the current meta. Let's take a look at the meta. So, like, Wrath of the Skies matchups. Obviously, Ocelot Pride is freaking 7% of the meta, what we just played against. Usually red-white, but they're white-black and sometimes red-black-white. I can't remember all the names of the different shards and stuff. Delver, you like against the... if they're playing Stormchaser talent, like, Wrath is so good right now against them. You need some turns to stay alive, but that's what Solitude and Plow are for. Obviously, it doesn't do anything at Oops or Sneak and Show. Eldrazi, no, it's not probably not worth bringing in against Eldrazi. It's definitely considered like worth considering for lands. Beanstalk, no. Moonstompy, yes. Affinity Stompy, absolutely yes. Like if you can survive the first few turns and Solitude can help you with that, then being able to blow up their entire board is strong. Cradle Control, yes. Did Painter, absolutely. Death in Texas, hell yeah. So like if we look at this, like I'm actually going to count the decks where we wouldn't bring it in, like Epic Storm, Moonstompy, or Beanstalk. I mean, you could bring it in Beanstalk if they're on like one of the 4-color versions that's playing Bowmasters. It might be worth bringing in, but like really, I'm just thinking yes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9. I'm not sure about Demir Tempo. It doesn't hit Kaito. So I think 8. I probably wouldn't bring it in against Demir Tempo. Like, basically, I always just... My deck is built to be kind of pre-boarded against Demir Tempo. So let's take a look at the list. So against Demir Tempo, what do I change? I bring in 2 Prismatic Things, I take out 2 Forces. That's it. It's like really simple, right? Against Blue-Red, like we're bringing out the Forces and we're bringing in the Prismatic Endings and the Hydroblast, and we're probably taking out, like I said, take out I'll probably take out a Force and a Riddler. I like playing for Riddler because it's just an insane top deck. Like when the game is stalled out, like there we saw it. Like Riddler was what put me back into that game after we'd gone back and forth that final game. And I immediately drew 2 cards and I had this giant body on the board. And worst case scenario early on, it helps you, get just a card and gets safely into Warp Zone where it can be cast later without being discarded. Yeah, I mean, I love this deck. This is my new go-to deck. I'm very proud of it. I think with tighter play, I could have gotten a trophy here, but like all those games were exceptional, and I feel like I'm getting better. The reason why I like this deck so much is I feel that I'm getting better and better every league I play with it. Like the skill ceiling is ridiculously high, especially with the all basics. Like the highest skill deck you can play is like Jeskai Control, where you're just relying on basics. And you have like every fetch is like a life or death decision. Like you have to map things ahead. Like where I went ahead and fetched the planes, and then that gave me both the plow and the wrath in the same turn cycle. So if they Karakas, I would have been able to plow in response. Like little things like that. I'm still learning this. And if you want a high skill ceiling deck, look no further. This is like I often recommend people start out with like mono black control because it's cheap. It's like $600 and it's got a low skill ceiling. But like this is a proper legacy deck with like Force of Wills. Like this can fight both sides, right? It can kill aggro decks. It can kill, we just killed aggro decks, killed some combo decks. Like, yeah, I think this is really strong and I'm looking forward to playing more leagues with it. Look for a lot more leagues with this pretty much exact build on the channel. Some flex slots I'm not certain about. Dress down. I'm not certain about the main deck Force of Negation. The main reason I wanted those is just Dress Down's really good against combo right now. Anything that uses Thassa's Oracle, anything that uses Show and Tell. Force of Negation obviously good against combo, and I feel like we're already pretty good against Fair, but we can become way better against Fair by bringing in these white cards. And we can become way better against combo by bringing in these blue cards. And Lavinia, of course. Like against the Epic Storm, I played against it, and I literally brought in everything except the Wraths and the Prismatic Endings. I brought in like I think I brought in like 10 cards against them. Actually I didn't have Hydroblast in my sideboard, but I think Hydroblast does belong in the sideboard. Let's take one more quick look at the meta snapshot. Red deck. Red deck. I wouldn't bring it in against this, by the way. It's colorless, so the blast doesn't work. So not technically red deck. Obviously, red deck, Moonstompy coming back. Glad to see it, but not glad to see the Hexing Squelcher. And then we can deal with Hexing Squelcher. Okay, I'll tell you about a cool play at Buffalo Chicken Dip. I played against a really chill guy who plays a lot of Storm. He had like the signed Tendrils mat, and I was like, this guy couldn't be playing with that and be on Storm, could he? But sure enough, he was on Storm. And let me just kind of set the scene. So my opponent has a lot of mana. I have a Force of Will in hand. I have a Solitude and a white card, like a Stoneforge in hand. I have a blue card, and my opponent has a Squelcher on the table. So like the turn 2, they just played Squelcher, and I don't know why they didn't just go for it, but if they'd gone for it there, actually I think it might have been the same thing. Like turn 1, they just pondered or something like that. Turn 2, Squelcher, and they're like, okay. And they're like, all right, now I'm just going to play my LED. I'm going to discard my hand to LED, and then I'm going to flashback. And they just reach for the deck, and we're like getting ready to start shuffling. Like they just assumed there's nothing I could do. I was tapped out, right? But no, I had Solitude, and then their heart sank, and then I forced, and then they were hellbent. And so Solitude is so clutch right now. If you look at like those combo decks, a lot of them, the Allurin deck, there were like 6 copies of that deck. At Buffalo Chicken Dip, only 64 people. So nearly 10% of the field was Show and Tell Allurin. So yeah, like I think this is really good. I encourage you to build this for your local. And again, I do want to apologize. I'm almost certain I punted the Moonstompy or the Painter matchup. Like that guy is insanely good. Lederhosen. Like I think did they win the Showcase Challenge? Let's take a look. Legacy Showcase Challenge first with a $600 deck. Represent. This guy's my hero. 10-2. That's a lot of freaking rounds to win. This is who we lost to, right? Like if anybody was going to beat me, it was this person, right? and painters within the range. But like, love this list. You will see this on the channel eventually. I did play like a warm-up league with it and really enjoyed it. And I say warm-up league because sometimes I'll play off camera just to try to get... By the way, how expensive is Stoneforge Mystic? What? How did they get to be that expensive? I guess it's really good. Solitude is still expensive. I think people are figuring out that white is really good right now. Look at that. I mean, like, I don't know what their matchups were. I don't know if we can look at their matchups. Oh, wait. No, we can't. I don't think they have the matchup list. But freaking just, like, good white cards. Like, there's nothing new in this deck. Like, White Orchid Phantom is Modern Horizons 3, technically. Clarion Conqueror is new, I guess, technically. But, like, almost everything in here is just good, old-fashioned, like, powerful Death and Taxes card. Canoptic Scarab Swarm. So this is the exact deck I played against at the Buffalo Chicken Dip. And my opponent goes, like, we're very late into the game. And he says, and this is the guy that won the Buffalo Chicken Dip, by the way. This is my round 2 opponent. And I took him to 3 games, and I nearly won the final game, but he did best me. But one of the things he did in game 2, which I won, was like we'd gone back and forth a whole lot, and he'd, gotten a ton of value off of his Overlord of the Baelmerk. And I'd been able to stop, like in game 1, I actually screwed up and I didn't have white mana up to plow the Felia instep. And so that's why he won. He was able to blink the Overlord and just ran away with the game from there. And I actually fought, and like there were like another like 8 or 10 turns after that. I kept fighting. And maybe I should have conceded because like it was so dire, but I actually managed to stay alive with my blue-white deck. Basically the exact same list that I'm playing right now. And then I did have I had a couple Tundras and a couple Wastelands. That's the only difference. But then game 2, he says, this is going to get weird. And he plays Canoptic Scarab Swarm, nukes his own graveyard, and puts freaking 9 flyers on the table, which is enough to productively block the Quantum Riddler that I'm threatening with, and to deal with like incoming Felia that's like on 5 power and stuff like that. And it was just such a brutal play. And I top decked a Brainstorm, and I found a Wrath, and I just Wrath for 1 and bam, took him out in the air. It was so clutch. I love Wrath of the Skies. That is a note I'm going to end on. I love this card. This is exactly what white needed, like a white Pernicious Deed. Like this is like Pernicious Deed never should have been black freaking green. It should have been a white card. And I love Pernicious Deed, and I've had so much fun with it over the years. But like this is the most thematically white card, like just clearing the board of everything except Planeswalkers, everything except for your Flip Tomio that's about to ultimate. Love it. Until next time, be excellent to each other and party on.